fullback down there for 4 years, and so he comes to us with a ton of football knowledge and
great experience.
Yeah, and so we're glad to have him as with some of these other coaches that we'll get around to as we progress through. I think Troup Busby's with us, Buzz Busby's son, and anybody in high school football knows, that you don't forget a name like Buzz Busby, So, we got some guys with some football knowledge, and we got some kids that are starting to respond. But when you're building a team, as I found out from Coach down on the sidelines earlier, we're starting Kobe Hudson, one freshman, and several sophomores, and we can talk about that after we come back from break.
Yeah, we're going to talk about all the new guys that are playing, the different positions they're taking on, a young team for the Troup High School Tiger Group. But right now, let's take our first break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
The new Michelin Energy Saver tire is perfect for your modern life. It's fuel efficient, even on short trips, offers outstanding braking on wet pavement, and delivers low CO2 emissions. And it accomplishes all that while delivering the safety and quiet ride of Michelin, which it's famous for. Drive green and enjoy saving at the pump with the new Michelin Energy Saver tires. Save on fuel costs with the all-new Michelin Energy Saver tire, available now at Friar Tire, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. If it rolls, we've got it at Friar Tire. It's here. Yes, it's really here. Dippin' Dots Ice Cream at Holmes Pharmacy. So when you ask yourself, how do I cool off from this heat? It's Dippin' Dots at Holmes Pharmacy. Try birthday cake, rainbow, chocolate, cookie and cream, cotton candy, red berry, cookie dough, and everybody's favorite banana split. So grab the kids for Dippin' Dots Ice Cream at Holmes Pharmacy. And while you're there, check out the positive messages on T-shirts and drink cups from Cherish Girl. It's what your young lady should be wearing. All this and more at Holmes Pharmacy in Hamilton and Commerce Avenue in LaGrange.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble, and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy,
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices. See, mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center is a proud sponsor of tonight. Please trust. Stay connected and be a part of West Georgia's new thing, Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. They're glad to be here and glad to be a part of this community. Thank you again for you listening to tonight's broadcast, as we are happy to bring it to you. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, live here from Kinnett Stadium. Greg, several years back, this was our home away from home. Seems like we did every other ball game down here.
You're right.
And the truck knew the road to get here tonight. But right now, the Troup High School Tigers are getting ready to take on the Hawks of Hardaway. I was talking to a couple of their community coaches up here earlier. They had a tough season last year, 1-9, just like the Tigers did. You and I were reflecting on the way up here that the Tigers had a difficult season. Again, Coach Glisson coming in very late as a start to really late July before he really comes in. Doesn't know the players, new coaching staff. Difficult season. We talked about it was the SEC of high school football. You had 5 of the teams in our region, actually 4 of them in the top 10. So the Tigers, though, were coming down to an opportunity, if they won the last 2 ball games of the season, to actually go to the playoffs at a 2-8 record, which was just unbelievable. They lose one of those ball games to Fayette County, but they do end up not blanking out by beating Whitewater late in the season in the last game. So at least some positive coming out of that season. Hardaway very similarly had a 1-9 season last year as well. So the two teams come in both hoping to make something happen special, something new happen tonight as they get ready to go. But, Greg, I was reading Coach Glisson's comments in the paper earlier this week, and he was talking about his players, a young team, a lot of even freshmen, sophomores, and juniors getting out there. I think last week had 17 kids the first time they played their positions. So not a lot of senior leadership with a lot of experience. But one of the things that he said that was very interesting to me is that these guys right now don't have a history of winning. Over the past several years, both at the high school level, middle school level, it's been a little depressed. We haven't won the ball games that we want to. And I think about a program like Callaway that's consistently won over the past several years. And one of the strengths they have is those kids walk into every ball game expecting to win. And our Tigers have got to get that mindset where they go into every ball game not thinking, what's going to go wrong, but instead, how am I going to win this ball game?
Well, and Coach G and I were talking down on the sidelines just a few minutes ago, and along the same lines, he told me the same thing, is that we've got to teach these kids to learn how to win, to expect to win. Mm-hmm. And, we're talking about 9th and 10th graders, 11th graders, and about 11 seniors.
Right.
And we look back over the past few years, we've struggled with doing that for the last 4 or 5 years, just struggled with teaching these kids how to win. And he's building a foundation now with like I say, with weight training. He's had workouts all summer. I don't know that they've had a break except for the week of the 4th, and they may have had one other week.
Right.
We had a 3-day camp this year. It's the first time we've had one of those in years. They're at the school. We've got a booster club that's formed now. It's second year, and if you're interested in that, come join us. We're having a meeting Monday night, but do that. But certain foundational things he's putting together, and we talk. It takes a while to build that, and we would love to see instant success this year. But we understand the kids are getting stronger, and they're building more of a team effort. They're starting to execute more. But those wins will come. Hopefully, it'll start tonight. But when it does, the kids will start to build that expectation of winning and success. It's going to take a while. You don't just win one and say, man, we're good.
Yeah.
If you do, you're fooling yourself. It takes a while.
Winning begets winning.
Yeah.
Let's take another quick break. When we come back, still lots to talk about. We'll talk about Hardaway, what they bring to the table. We got the band over there looking good. Johnny Hurd and his group ready to bring some. But right now, you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Friar Tire Service takes pride in providing the highest quality auto repairs for your car. No matter who made it or where it's from, we have the right staff to fix it. If you live in East Alabama or West Georgia, come see us for service on your car. Our high-quality mechanics perform all repairs the right way the first time with our high-quality equipment. Our mechanics adhere to strict quality standards. So when you need the best automotive repair shop, look no further than Friar Tire and Service, New Franklin Road in LaGrange. If it rolls, we fix it.
Calling all area coaches. Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches. Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Hi, friends. Just Lichter here. Turn your car around and head to Key of LaGrange for your chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime trip. One lucky winner from Key of LaGrange will win a trip for two to California to see Luke Bryan. That includes plane tickets, meet and greet, and tickets to the show. Simply stop by a dealership to register. It's that easy. While you're here, check out the 16 Rio LX, which can be yours for only $12,900. 1217 Lafayette Parkway, your headquarters for summer fun. KeyofLaGrange.com.
Trip valued at $2,000. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete details. Price plus tax, sack, and title. Stock number 18626.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is Jack Borman along with Greg Hicks. They're about to have the national anthem here at Kinnett Stadium. So we're going to step aside for one more spot break. When we come back, we've got more action live here from the field on Eagle Sports.
Friar Tire Service takes pride in providing the highest quality auto repairs for your car. No matter who made it or where it's from, we have the right staff to fix it. If you live in East Alabama or West Georgia, come see us for service on your car. Our high-quality mechanics perform all repairs the right way the first time with our high-quality equipment. Our mechanics adhere to strict quality standards. So when you need the best automotive repair shop, look no further than Friar Tire and Service, New Franklin Road in LaGrange. If it rolls, we fix it. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. They are a top 100 hospital in 2016, and they're working every day to earn your family's trust. Stay connected and be a part of West Georgia's new thing, Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. They're glad to be here and glad to be a part of this community. Thank you again for you listening to tonight's broadcast, as we are happy to bring it to you. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food.
So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. Hey, football fans, Rob and Joel Upchurch from Remax Results wants to say thank you to you. Yeah, you, because you said things like call Rob or call Joel if you need that house sold. Why? Well, we'd like to think you said that because you know they think about selling houses every day. So when you list your house with Rob or Joel Upchurch, you know your property will be in front of potential buyers 24 hours a day. So call Joel or Rob Upchurch and enjoy the game.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bowman, Greg Hicks, live here from Connett Stadium in Columbus, Georgia. It's been our home away from home over the years. Greg knows how to get here perfectly without any problems at all. Nope. We're ready to start another great season with you. This is we mentioned earlier that we played Harris County last week in a little scrimmage game. Really not a whole lot there. We Greg, you weren't able to join us last week, but I will say this: the Tigers with Montez Crow taking the quarterback duties. He kind of was there at the end of the season last year. In fact, in the game we won against Whitewater, he was the quarterback. Looked pretty good in the backfield. Read well. We moved the ball, but one of the problems we had big time was red zone. One time we snapped the ball over the quarterback's head, lose it. Another time we were down to less than 30 seconds, clock management issues. Again, the guys not getting back down on the ball, and the clock expires before we get a playoff. And so, that's the inexperience. That's hopefully will come with getting out there, getting these reps. But tonight, I think we got a good opponent in Hardaway to hopefully get some of that in.
Well, speaking of red zone, a lot of these times, you're away from the field and, you're at midfield, or maybe you're on your own 30 or 40 and you're driving the ball. Several things to notice. First of all, psychologically, you're not there yet. You're not close enough to the goal line to really get nervous, from an offensive standpoint. Also, the defensive strategy changes as you're moving down the field. You have a shorter field as you're closer to the end zone, so the defensive strategy changes. Hey, you know what? For that matter, the offensive strategy changes. You can't throw a go route. You can throw a little corner fade, but there's a lot of things that you change on both sides of the ball, so it's just a different mindset. If we can get these kids to believe in that, okay, no problem, we're just going to keep on rolling right in the end zone, just motor them over, that's a mindset that you want. Now, you switch over to Hardaway. Hardaway beat Spencer last week. Spencer, as I told you, last year, people up in the stands were saying, Spencer, you lost to Spencer. It's like, look, I don't know anything about Spencer other than the size of these kids. Yep. They've never been that big, and they've never been this good. They have to have some second stringers from Carver. That's what's happening. No, seriously. A lot of kids have transferred down to Spencer's got a new head coach. He's recruited some kids out of Carver. Spencer lost last week, or actually lost to Hardaway. Hardaway actually beat Spencer. Yes, it was a scrimmage game, but, attack that scrimmage game just like it's the 10th game of the year.
Hardaway has got a new head coach in Michael Woolridge. He was over at Jordan before.
Right.
Another one of the coaches. He was a defensive coordinator there. He was an assistant for several years at Jordan. Jeff Battles, who was the quarterback, was the head coach last year, he's gone on to become the system-wide AD for all of Muskogee County schools. So there's some change going on here in Hardaway. I'm really excited to see what these two teams, how they're going to match up again. Hardaway, not a team over the years that Troup has played well. We don't really know these guys, know their tendencies. So it's going to be fun to see them come out here, and it's going to be even more fun when that sun drops down below the trees right over there on the far side.
Well, and so Hardaway, it's like I was talking to Coach G earlier. He said, man, they got some big cats. They're big boys. And I said, yeah, you're right. And it's where what you don't want to do is have your kids focusing too much on eye candy and uniforms because, you may look good, but who's going to strap it up and get out there? Who's your starting 11 and what can they do for you?
Well, how many times did you get the big old boy to be the first one off the bus, just to intimidate folks? And then, the guys that actually play come off in the middle and the end of the bus.
Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, we
always get off at the end of the bus. Just I was not the guy that got off the bus to intimidate anybody.
Our kids got a lot to learn, and we've got a lot of room to grow. And as far as injury report, Brandon Barrington, senior center. Brandon's got a couple of bad knees. Don't know when he's going to kind of get to the point where he can be playing consistently.
Well, Greg, let's go back to him for just a second, because we don't have a lot of senior leadership on this team right now, and that's no fault of anybody. It's just kind of a fact.
Right.
And really, we were hoping going into the season to him be the anchor of that line.
That's right.
And he's got experience from previous years coming back, and we're hoping him to really kind of anchor that and be the leader there. And really, it's Brandon Turner who's having to step up tonight and be that guy, be the leader on the line. Brandon's a great guy, got a great family, but not necessarily the guy that's been the experienced man down in the trenches.
No, I'm with you. Same thing with Tim Hughley. He's kind of stressed his back about 3 weeks ago, and he's not ready to go full time yet. So that's two senior offensive line starters that were both integral parts of the offense last year. You really need those guys in there. And then you got a sophomore. You got about 6 or 8 sophomores starting today. You've also got Kobe Hudson starting as a freshman. He'll be starting at offensive wide out and defensive corner.
But let's talk about Kobe for a second, because a lot of folks may not know about Kobe. Kobe coming into Troup High School last year, kind of under the radar. But tell you what, he was a middle school phenom.
Yes, he was.
I saw him play a lot of basketball. My brother coaches the basketball over at Gardner Newman. Went to a lot of those ball games. The boy could jump out the gym. I mean, it just was incredibly talented. He gets some size and some weight on him. He's someone that's really going to be looked at, I think, across the whole state.
No doubt about it. As Coach Jeter's told me before, you've got what they call these must offers. And King Makuta is one of these kids that's 6'3", 6'4" right now. He's about 185, 190 pounds. He really needs to be about 240, 245, and he will. He's just a sophomore. Nobody's really seen him, but all the D1 schools are giving him offers because he's what they call a must offer.
Yep.
Kobe Hudson may be one of those. You take sophomore Khalif Thornton, squatted over 500 pounds in our lift-a-thon as a sophomore. J.C. Copeland, his whole high school career, even at LSU, only squatted like 520. So we got a sophomore kid. So imagine the strength that's there. Colby Harry, big number 74. You're going to see him on the offensive line helping out. So he's a sophomore, another starter out there. And then you got, of course, we talked about King Makuta. You got kids like J. Brody Messer, a sophomore, that's he's getting some playing time. He'll be on the defensive line. He's excited about it. Mama was getting on to him about his pot the other day. He said he purposely did that way where he have some energy during the game. I don't know. He just needs to hammer. So we do have a blend of a lot of young guys there, and we've got a couple 3 seniors that are hurt, a couple of juniors. I think we got Tristan Thompson that's not going to be able to play tonight. We've got 2 or 3 guys, key integral players that aren't going to be able to play, so we've got to look deep, starting early to have to go into your reserves.
Well, we'll tell you more about that. We'll talk about a little bit of the offensive backfield, our defense as well. But right now you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear. Turn your car around and head to Key of LaGrange for your chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime trip. One lucky winner from Key of LaGrange will win a trip for 2 to California to see Luke Bryan. That includes plane tickets, meet and greet, and tickets to the show. Simply stop by a dealership to register. It's that easy. While you're here, check out the 16 Rio LX, which can be yours for only $12.9. 1217 Lafayette Parkway, your headquarters for summer fun. KeyofLaGrange.com.
Trip valued at $2,000. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete details. Price plus tax, and title. Stop number 18626.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way. By teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The captains on the field right now, they include number 15, Montez Crow, number 17, Chance Hill. And who's in number 8 tonight, Greg?
Cameron Russell. Cameron, as I told Coach Glisson, you give me 10 of Cameron Russell. That kid is not that big, but he has got a heart as big as anybody on the field. We've seen – it seems like he's been around for years, and he has. It seems like he's played his freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and he's always been – part of the integral plays. And you know what? He's a playmaker. He's going to give you 110% every play. You don't see Cameron Russell loafing.
Ken Truitt also been coming in and out of the backfield. One of the hardest runners I've seen in a long time. At the wideouts, you've got Chance Hill. You've got Jack Schweitzer, who are coming back with a lot of experience on that side as well. And then Macenta Stafford, Jared Lane on the defensive side, really kind of the leaders over on that side of the ball.
Well, Jared was one of those guys that has really increased his strength this year. He was always considered a strong young man, but when you put him on a consistent weight program, he and Khalif Thornton probably have made the greatest gains as far as interior linemen, defensive linemen for that. But you keep your eye on number 48. He changed his number. He was 48 last year, but Jared is number 2. So good for him. He'll be outside linebacker. So we'll see him. And you got number 44, Seth Adams, will be starting at linebacker as well. Seth's a junior. Montez Crow is a junior quarterback. He got significant experience last year as a sophomore. Montez stands at about 6'3", 185, and really needs to be up around 200 pounds. But he's got his touch. He's got his passing he's got to work on. We talked about was talking to Mike Rayford, and he was telling me about the punting last week. We've got to do some blocking. We've got to do some shield blocking on the inside. Of course, we don't want to have to be in a punting situation, but if we do, we want Carson Rayford to be able to boom one of those 50 and 60-yard punts that he's starting to do every day at practice.
The teams are breaking off from the sideline. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we're ready for kickoff live here from Connect Stadium right here on Eagle Sports.
It's here. Yes, it's really here. Dippin' Dots ice cream at Holmes Pharmacy. So when you ask yourself, how do I cool off from this heat? It's Dippin' Dots at Holmes Pharmacy. Try birthday cake, rainbow, chocolate, cookie and cream, cotton candy, red berry, cookie dough, and everybody's favorite banana split. So grab the kids for Dippin' Dots ice cream at Holmes Pharmacy. And while you're there, check out the positive messages on T-shirts and drink cups from Cherish Girl. It's what your young lady should be wearing. All this and more at Holmes Pharmacy in Hamilton and Commerce Avenue in LaGrange.
Due to the recent flooding in Louisiana, thousands have been displaced and forced out of their homes. In an effort to minister to these families, Troup and Heard County Public Safety, churches, and businesses are partnering to immediately send relief supplies to the flood-ravaged victims. Basic items that are needed are toiletries, blankets, towels, ice chest, hygiene products, water, pillows, non-perishable food, diapers, wipes, trash bags, tarps, formula, work gloves, paper towels. Drop-off locations are Troup County Sheriff's Office and Heard County Sheriff's Office. For more information, please contact Brandon Brooks at 706-302-7638. The shipment will leave this Monday night, August 22nd, from each drop-off location. Thank you in advance for your contribution to the thousands in desperate need. Again, the drop-off locations are Troup County Sheriff's Office and the Heard County Sheriff's Office.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're ready to kick things off. The Hardaway Hawks, they won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so the Tigers will be receiving to start this ball game. Who's back there deep, Greg?
Ken Truitt, Sente Stafford. We've got next up is Seth Adams and Dre Flagg to take the short kick.
As the whistle did, I think we had somebody jump off sides as they went across. They're kicking from left to right as you look at your radio dial. Right now they're in their red tops with gold pants. Got very San Francisco 49ers looking.
Exactly right.
Even the gold helmets on the other side, the Troup High School Tigers, navy pants and the white jerseys with the blue letters. Got the oval T on the helmets. That's kind of rolling back to us.
I tell you what, I know the players are excited. I'm excited because I was had a hand along with Coach Jeter years ago designing this, and I've always called it the oval tee, but the kids want to call it the rocking tee. So you know what? Let's rock somebody tonight.
I like oval tees, especially before I go to bed. That's
I hear you, brother.
They'll back the ball up 5. They'll kick from the 35 now, and there's the kick. Line drive, going to bounce up at the 20, taking there at the 20, up to the middle of the field, falling behind the wall to the 30. Still on his feet to the 35, going down to about the 36-yard line of the Tigers. And that's where they'll have it 1st and 10.
Well, Truitt had the ball that time, picked it up, and moved to the center between the hash marks. Seth Adams had a great block, pushing his man to the outside. And if Truitt had just seen that, cut it back to midfield, could have possibly picked up another 10 or 15 yards, but did kind of take it outside and just right in the blocking lane of Seth Adams and was able to he got tackled on the 35. Still not a bad way to start the game at the 35-yard line for the Tigers.
About a 16-yard return, so good effort by the young man. And here we go. Montez Crow will step in at quarterback. He'll be the shotgun set. He'll stand on the 30-yard line as we get ready to kick the ball off to him. The officials making sure everybody's in the right place.
Already had some whistles blowing it. And I hate to say this, but gosh, guys, how many years has it been since we've been down to Columbus? I would hope that the officiating has improved, and we're going to see what's happening. What's going on so far? They're all coming in and having
we're good. It looks like we're just getting things started. The spot was not quite what I thought it was. I thought he got across the 35. They got the ball right at the 35-yard line. So the Tigers will get there and take the ball from there, 1st and 10. Crow will have a man to his left, gets ready for the shotgun set. Claps his hands, takes it, backs up. He'll pass on 1st down, complete out at the 40 to Cameron Russell. He'll get almost to the 50, go out at the 49-yard line for a 1st down.
Oh, nice little flare out. Cameron Russell from his halfback position just kind of took a step in and then just cut it right outside into the flat, wide open. Crow just left it laying right out there for him. He picks up about 14 yards out to the 49-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And I want you guys to listen. The Touchdown Club they're selling advertisement this year. For every time we get a 1st down at home, your name can go on the PA system. Contact any Touchdown Club member. Look at us on Facebook. We'll tell you all about what it's going to cost you to advertise with us.
Crow takes a snap. He's going to pass again. Going to air it out down the middle of the field. Got some bumping going on down there. No flag. Pass was intended that time for number 7, Ken Truitt.
Well, it was a go route, and Ken Truitt just could not break away. And we've got some taunting going on, and I think Ken had something to say because number 18 was celebrating in Ken's face, but Ken was saying something he was going away, and the flag was thrown. I'm not so sure it's against Hardaway. It may be against the Tigers just by what Ken was telling number 18 to settle down.
Number 18, Rodarius McQueen, was back there in coverage. We'll see where this penalty goes. Really don't want to go backwards right now as we do have the ball at midfield. Looking for the man at the white hat.
It'll definitely be an unsportsmanlike conduct. It may be offsetting, guys. Let's see what happens.
Does he have he's writing it down, make sure he gets it right. Unsportsmanlike against Hardaway. And he's not making another indication, so it's going to be against Hardaway. So a penalty going to go against. They'll mark 15 down the field. That'll be another 1st down.
Well, I have to say it was excellent coverage. Ken just couldn't break away, and number 18 was kind of on his hip all the way down and had the sideline as a helpmate. But once he got up, then they both went down to the ground, and when he got up, he did that safe motion, and he was all in Truitt's face. And, I don't think the sideline judge liked that too much.
Well, it looks like they're going to call it pretty tight tonight. Crow again will be in the shotgun set. He's got twins to the right side, a slot receiver back there. He's going to pass the ball across the middle. Oh, man, that was a touchdown right there. But pass is intended for Ken Truitt, throwing a little bit behind him. He spun around, bounced off that outside shoulder pad, and falls incomplete.
Well, you had Dre Flagg from his H-back position coming behind the line of scrimmage, kind of decoying a little bit, and that allowed Truitt to take a step out, cut it in on an inside slant route, and Montez Crow had him a little bit behind him, but you kind of hope that Truitt's good enough athlete to catch that. And you're right. Even if he had caught it and fell down, it would have been a 15-yard gain. So Tigers seeing something early right now in the creases of the Hardaway defense.
Well, there has not been a running play by the Tigers so far in this volume. Right. How have we ever said that in the history of us doing this game?
I don't think so. Well, it's 2nd down. Ball's on the Hardaway Hawks 36-yard line. Just starting. It's 11 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the 1st quarter.
Russell stand beside Crow. Crow backs up to pass. Looking to throw a screen pass in the middle of the field. He's got Russell. Russell with room in front of him to the 25-20. What a great block in front of him to the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Maybe the one great blocking ahead of him by the Tigers.
Not only was it great blocking by the entire offensive line, and Jack Schweitzer down there moving his way down, and I see Ethan Short getting up, so Ethan did a great job at leading that offensive line down that line of scrimmage. He goes out on a 1-yard line, but, Cameron Russell, great eyesight, could have cut it out, would have been pinned on the sideline at the 6. He cut it back in and was down to the 1-yard line. Excellent play call by the Tigers. So 1st down, goal to go on the 1-yard line with 11 minutes and 15 seconds to go. As you're just joining us, the Tigers took the opening kickoff from the 35-yard line. They've consistently, Jack, as you said, no running plays, and they've moved it all the way down. Nice screenplay right there.
Right in the middle of the field. I tell you what, love the execution by the young men. This time it will be a running play. We'll go into the right side, and we'll go into the end zone. Touchdown,
Tigers. Big Jackson Davis. Jackson just went up on just off the left guard, and junior Jackson Davis looks good in the uniform. He's actually increased a lot of strength. What a nice drive by the Tigers to cap it off with Jackson Davis.
So from the 1 yard line, he goes into the end zone just right up the middle. I tell you what, Greg, let's also credit this young line.
I was just thinking that.
Crow has not had anybody in his face the entire time.
No. So we got Carson Rayford attempting the point after touchdown.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0. Tigers leading right now with a 10:53 left to go in the first quarter play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. They are a top 100 hospital in 2016, and they're working every day to earn your family's trust. Stay connected and be a part of West Georgia's new thing, Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. They're glad to be here and glad to be a part of this community. Thank you again for you listening to tonight's broadcast, as we are happy to bring it to you. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. A 65-yard drive. Take just a few minutes off the clock there, Greg. Not a single, actually one running play, which capped it off, a 1 yard running play to with Jackson Davis putting in the end zone. But Montez Crow doing a tremendous job with spreading the ball out between Cameron Russell, also Ken Truitt. A great drive to start off this first quarter of the season for the Troup High School Tigers.
Absolutely right. Carson Rayford set to kick off. Speaking of Carson, his first PAT of the season. Nice holding job by Jack Schweisser. The ball actually hit the turf, picks it up, and good kick by Carson. Rayford into the wind, kicks it 10 feet out of the back of the end zone, and that's what we need to see from Carson Rayford. Woo!
Into the
what
end
about
zone.
It, Dad?
I tell you what, his dad's up here with us, and I think it's going to be hard for. We're going to have to move over. His head's going to get bigger and bigger as this season goes on here. But proud of that young man. They'll bring it out to the 20. That's where Hardaway will have it 1st and 10. But, Greg, something else that I'm noticing and really appreciate, we talked about the line. We got a brand-new offensive coordinator, Kelby Holt, stepping in as the offensive coordinator. That was not a true traditional 3 yards in a cloud of dust troop offense that we're so used to seeing.
Well, or a cloud of rubber, sure, on this brand-new turf.
This field looks great. It really does. Well, here comes Hardaway. They'll have a double wing set. Quarterback goes under center. He'll turn around, hand the ball off, coming on a jet sweep to the outside. We put a hand on him. We're going to bring him down to the 25. He'll pick up 5, 2nd down and 5.
A good coverage by Ken Truitt. Ken, along with number 2, Jared Lane from his outside linebacker position, they were able to pick up 5 yards, but, it was a good defensive move.
Mm-hmm. Bring your earphones up just a little bit, see if that helps you out there. All right, so here comes Hardaway. They're moving left to right. Again, I mentioned they look like the San Francisco 49ers. That's a big old center. Number 51 breaking from the huddle. That young man's name is not on my program, but I'll get it later. This time they go back under center, the quarterback. Waiting for the snap. Takes it, turns, hands the ball off in the middle of the field. Ball carrier this time is number 6, Marco Lee. He had over 800 yards last year for Hardaway. He'll take the ball. He'll be short of the first down, but just by about 1.5 yards. Ball rests just shy of the 30. Well, actually, they're going to call it a first down. They're going to say he broke the plane to the 30, so they'll move the chains, and that'll be Hardaway's first down.
Number 48, Jay Brody Messer, did his own inside slant and just missed a tackle that would have been a saving tackle for a first down. And I don't know that he made the first down anyway, but you know what? We're not calling the game right now. But good job by Messer and Khalif Thornton there on the interior defensive line.
Quarterback Dominic Lee goes under center, double wing set. Puts the man in motion back from the far side. They're going to hand the ball in the middle to Lee. Lee breaks the tackle, still on his feet. And he'll get all the way down to the 40. A little trouble with the ball, but he'll be close to a first down right there.
I tell you what, when they're running that double wing set, sometimes it's so mixed up. There's so much motion, and it's an offense that you can install and make some significant offensive gains to start with. It tends to be a little confusing, but we're running a slant on the inside, and we're just simply arm tackling right there. We've got to start putting hats on folks. But another first down, so Hardaway will have it on their 40-yard line.
Ford, the quarterback, goes back under center again. They break from the backfield, have a straight tee going into double wing. Motion back to the far side. The handoff is number 5. He's going to try to get to the outside. We get him in the backfield. Tremendous job at number 30 for the Tigers.
Jatavian Smith, a sophomore middle linebacker. That's one of the other sophomores we talked about from his middle linebacker. Read it well, blitzed through there, actually got him for a yard loss. So good job by the Tigers defense that time.
Well read as they went to the outside sweep. They're bringing that wing back from the far side, going back around to the other. He's got 2 blockers ahead of him, but he just could not get to the corner. We come behind him and bring him down.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to mark him down with a loss of 1. So 2nd down and 11 as Hardaway breaks the huddle. The ball will rest on the 39-yard line. The quarterback, Ford, steps back up to the line. He'll go under center. The wings on both sides. Single back in the backfield. Man goes in motion back to the far side. Hands the ball off in the middle, though. He's going to pick up yardage across the 50, and that'll be a first down again for Hardaway. And that's kind of a bread and butter play for the Hardaway Hawks.
What you're doing is you're just quick trap on that wing, and you picked up another 10, maybe 11 yards. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and inches. Are they actually going to call it a first down? So it'll be a first down at midfield stripe. The nose of the football sitting on the 50-yard line for Hardaway. The Tigers, if you're starting to make tackles behind the linebacker, you got to tighten up on the inside there.
Yeah.
So they're adjusting to this wing tee. First time they've seen it in a while. I don't know if anybody ran the wing tee last year other than LaGrange against the Tigers.
Wing on the right side. They go back in the middle. We miss him, but he'll pick up about 3 is all. He'll get across the 50 to about the 47.
Tion Battle, a junior, was in the backfield that time from his defensive line position and should have had him. Like you said, he's actually was playing nose tackle. He opened up on that little trap play. He actually beat the ball in the backfield. But, again, it happens so quick. You've got to be ready to break down and make that tackle. Had his hands on him and only gained a yard, so that's good. At least he did thwart his forward progress.
Well, let's also talk about, for a young player, I got to tell you, when that hit is about to come, a lot of times their eyes are closed and they're missing what's happening in the backfield. This time they're going to turn back up to the middle again by their big back Lee, and we stack him up pretty good. He may get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 7.
Give that tackle to 51, Ethan Short from his left defensive end position, defensive tackle. He slanted in alongside Jay Brody Messer and made that tackle solo. What a good job by Ethan Short there. Ethan's come on this year, and he had some reservations several months ago, but, man, he came back on strong, and we're glad to see him being part of this football team. I've always liked Ethan. I just wish he'd put on about 40 pounds.
Well, come meet with you, and he can do that. They have a wing coming back from the far side. He'll go on the sweep. He's going to get to the outside and get across the 40. Down, it goes out of bounds down around the 34-yard line. So that's another first down for Hardaway, and they got a nice drive going.
Just a little, that's called student body left, and they went right that time, and you just stretch it out. You know, and I'm pointing to you, Jack, as I can see the pursuit from the outside linebacker. Mm-hmm. You know, take the guy head on chest, but sometimes you got to be a bowling pin. You know, you need to tackle maybe 1 or 2 of the blockers in front of you, open up for some help. Sometimes you might even create a diversion.
Well, especially as a defensive end, you just want to have as many people on you, free up that cornerback to come in and make the tackle coming around the outside.
That's right.
Again, they have a man in motion from the outside, handed back up in the trap to the middle. That's Lee. He'll get about 2, maybe 3, brings up 2nd down. A
host of Tigers led by number 62, Brandon Turner, and getting off the bottom of that pile. Let's see, we've got Jared Lane along with number 48, Jay Brody Messer. He's on the bottom of that pile, so that he may be credited with the initial hit and tackle. So been calling a lot of Messer's name out tonight. He and Ethan Short along with Jared Lane and number 31, Will Horton, who is a junior, one of those many juniors that we've got and sophomore. So, again, relatively young Troup Tiger team this year.
Always happy to call out linemen instead of linebackers making those initial tackles. They're going to fake the handoff, come around the outside, almost had him in the backfield. He'll get to the 30. He'll, let's see, that's going to be, we'll call it 3rd down and 6.
Jatavian had him in the backfield. Jatavian Smith, the sophomore middle linebacker, almost had him, but did stall him enough that Vicente Stafford could make the play after about a 3-yard gain, so it's 3rd down and 7. So this is one of the longest plays of the initial drive for Hardaway that they've had. 3rd and 7, big play here for the Tigers.
Ball resting on the 31-yard line, as you heard the PA announcer announce. The quarterback Ford will come back under center. He's been under center every time. This double wing set. Start off on the tee. They'll bring double wings now. Lead the single back in the backfield. They'll turn off, hand it off. The reverse, go around the far side. We read it. He's going to be short of the first down. Had to get across the 25 down to the 24.
Good job by Jack Schweitzer and Jared Lane to read that and take him down. He's about 2 yards short of the first down. Hey, guys, if you've just joined us here with 4 minutes and 47 seconds to go in the first quarter of play, Troup High Tigers opened up on a 65-yard drive to open up the game and come away with the first points of the game. Your Tigers 7, Hardaway Hawks 0. It's now 4th down and 3, maybe 4th down and a long 2 for Hardaway, as their coaches will call a timeout to think about this.
They take a timeout. We take one as well. 60 seconds back to the station. Tigers leading 7-0 right here on Eagle Sports.
Hey, football fans, Rob and Joel Upchurch from Remax Results wants to say thank you to you. Yeah, you, because you said things like call Rob or call Joel if you need that house sold. Why? Well, we'd like to think you said that because you know they think about selling houses every day. So when you list your house with Rob or Joel Upchurch, you know your property will be in front of potential buyers 24 hours a day. So call Joel or Rob Upchurch and enjoy the game.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Fourth and true for the Troup High School Tigers. For the Hardaway Hawks. Quarterback's going to roll out, hand the ball off in the middle. We stack him up. Do we stop him, Greg?
No.
He got the first down inside the 20.
But the Tigers are saying they stripped the ball. Let's see what happens as we come up. Let's see what the stripe guys say.
They're pointing.
Let's just wait to see what happens. What can you argue with? They come up with the ball. All right, the white hat says, Tiger football.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to stop them.
That's a defensive stance right there.
Yes, sir. They initial hit. They hit them with about a yard to go. They drove. You could see the struggle. Then all the kids came in together, on both sides of the ball. And Jared Lane came up with that football. Jared, mentioned earlier, strong. He's picked up some strength. You know he'd get in there and rip that ball out of his hand. So good job to Tigers inside the 30-yard line down to the 21-yard line. They had to get a first down, but the way it worked out, the Tigers came away with the ball as a stack moved toward the Tigers' goal line. And good job, Troup Tigers. So good opening defensive stance, too.
Really nice, Greg, because we saw the offense drive the ball well, 65-yard drive to start the ball game. Now, they come from the 20. They do a good job moving the ball on us, but we bend, don't break. Stop them with a great strip. And here comes the Tiger offense once again. You know they're going to be fired up coming back on this field.
I get you. And that's the confidence factor we talked about earlier. And let's get some offense. So the first opening series looked good. Let's make sure that we repeat that on the second series as well.
Truitt would be in the backfield along with Crow. Twins to the top. A man wide to this near side. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to roll out. Throws down the field. Double coverage. And it's almost picked up. Well, a lot of man there really letting them play. There's a lot of bumping going on down there. But it will fall incomplete. Pass is intended for Cam Russell.
Well, you got Cameron that had the outside shoulder, and the ball was thrown slightly to the inside. I don't know if that was the intended path, the trajectory that the pass should have gone, but had he gone to the outside, Cameron just rolls his shoulders over and pins itself on the outside, and that would have been a 40-yard pass play. So I'm sure the coaches are thinking about that, and if they may want to change that route up, at least the ball path.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm thrilled about is that Crow is just really comfortable back there in the pocket and release the ball very well. You don't see him hurrying, taking his time back there. Again, single back to his right, twins to this near side, takes a snap, hands the ball off inside. They're going to stack us up. We're going to get about 2 on that, so 3rd down and 8.
Let me see who the ball was handed off to as they unveil them. Looks like it was Jackson Davis, the runner. So his second carry, another yard gain. The first carry he had he only needed a yard to get a touchdown, but it's 3rd and 9 from the Tigers. So, we started out trying to get that momentum and going for that long go route. Some people will say, do it. You got the big Mo with you. Take advantage of it. Some people would argue against that and say, just settle in and run your offense. We're in a position of 3rd and 9. Let's see what the Tigers come up with.
Crow quickly. He's got a man behind him. Tries to get him. Rolls back to this near side, looking downfield.
Chance Hill.
Got a man wide open out there. Oh, just out of his hands.
Kobe Hudson, a 9th grader. Montez Crow saw him break open. Don't know that Montez couldn't have picked up 7 or 8. It would have been questionable if we had enough to get the first down. and he saw both Kobe and Stafford out there, threw it out there to Kobe, and couldn't quite get it, Jack. But a valuable effort on Hudson's part.
Well, also credit Crow. He rolled to his right, had some pressure, had a roll out. They got to his ankles. He pulled away, came back to this near side, kept his head, looked downfield, and again, I like his poise early in this ball game.
All right, as we talked, as Carson Rayford gets to his first official punt of the 2016 football season. I understand last week had a couple of challenges in the blocking schemes on the offensive line. So let's see what happens here.
Rayford will stand right at his 10-yard line. There's the snap. Had to step over to get it. Gets the ball off.
Nice punt.
Short, and he is hit. We're going to get the ball back. They hit Carson in the back. I hope he's okay.
And they've got the flag down on the field.
All right, we got to teach Carson what to do when he gets hit back there.
He's got to really act good.
Yeah, he popped right up. You don't pop right back up.
Can you teach him how to pout on the football game like he does at house, Mike?
He needs to be like a soccer player from Spain. Just lay there and writhe for a minute and then get up and run off the field.
Well, the White Hats called it. It'll be a first down for the Tigers on a roughing the punter. However, or either running into the punter, probably roughing because you wouldn't necessarily get a first down. He's calling it a first down, but he's calling it personal foul. So that's exactly
kicker. That's a first down.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, Carson did also get off a nice over punt. He wasn't his 60-yarder, but it was a good 35, 40-yarder and good hang time. So the Tigers were all over it. But, Jack, once it hit the ground, it rolled another 20 yards. So, hey,
that counts too.
That punt would have netted out at 60 yards. So good job for Carson, all that under pressure.
So the ball moves up to the 37-yard line. Now the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 from there, so they get a second wind. And they're moving the ball. We got about 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go on the clock. Tigers with their second drive. I guess kind of technically third since they just got the ball back after that 4th down. They've got twins to this near side. Single back to the backfield with Crow. Claps his hands. He's going to run the ball himself. Reads up the middle. Finds the block. Gets across the 40. Down to about the 42-yard line. And let's see, he'll get about 5 yards on that one.
Nice job. He actually does a fake punt, a fake pump on his pass play. He spins around in the it looks like a design play, actually. He had an opportunity to come out into the flat. He chose to spin it and run it up the middle and almost could break that linebacker's tackle because, Crow, he's 6'3", 180, but he is strong with his leg strength, and he doesn't mind hitting you. And he picked up 5 yards that time, so it'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers.
Well, it's something he can read himself. Depending on how they design this later on, he can decide whether he wants to hand the ball off and pitch it or else step up and hit somebody across the middle.
That's right.
Wing to this near side. Man coming in motion from the far side, and the ball's going to be whistled dead.
Chance Hill was in motion. Let's see.
Timeout. Coach Glisson called a timeout right as the ball was snapped. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 60 seconds back to the station as the Tigers are leading 7-0 on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 1240 AM LaGrange and W245AW 96.9 FM LaGrange. The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM 1240 AM and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Here come the Tigers, 2nd down and 5 for them. Twins to the far side, man wide to this near side. Crow puts a man in motion coming back, and we'll do a counter back the other way, finding their way across near the 45-yard line, just short of the 1st down. Bring up 3rd and about 2.
A little crisscross. Chance Hill came in front of from his outside wideout position. Nice little decoy move. Sends it off on a scissors to Cam Russell. Cam picks up 2. It'll be 3rd and 3 as the ball rests on the 44-yard line of the Tigers. Looking to get a first down. They've got to get out to the 40, the 42, the 44. They've got to get out to the 47-yard line. 3rd and 3.
Handoff in the middle. Got to fight. Come on. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to get stopped. So 4th down now and 2. The Tigers are going to fall short and have to punt the ball away.
Just tried to run it off that right side again with Cameron Russell. He was hit initially at the line of scrimmage and just couldn't break away from those defensive players. following behind Colby Harry, big 74, and just couldn't quite get there. So it'll be fourth down, as you said, Jack. Ball still rests on the 44-yard line. Rayford's Heels will be on the 30-yard line and be looking for a nice booming punt from Carson Rayford, kind of pin these Hawks back deep.
About 13 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Waiting on the snap. Takes it a little bit low, steps up, no pressure. Gets a nice kickoff down the right side, actually right at the middle of the field. Great bounce for the Tigers down inside the 20 to the 15. And we'll down it right there at the 14-yard line. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
State Farm, this is Gwen.
Salutations, Gwen. I have car insurance, but I want to protect the rest of the stuff in my apartment. Some of my action figures were ruined recently.
We can add a renter's policy. For the cost of one action figure, we can protect your entire army of action figures against fire, theft, burst pipes.
Great! You have no idea how hard it is untangling wet alien hair.
Add renter's insurance to your auto policy and get to a better state. State Farm.
For a money-saving way to protect your possessions, call Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. The quarterback forward for Hardaway will hand the ball off into the backfield to his tailback. Tailback is number 5. That's Jacoby Ellerby. And Ellerby will get, they're going to get about 3 on that one, Greg, 2nd and 7?
That's right. Number 6, nice. Vicente Stafford did a good job as on that wing position going to the left side. They handed the tailback. He cut inside the tackle and then tried to cut it back inside between the middle linebacker. Stafford picked him up with about a 3.5-yard gain, so it'll be second and call it 6.5.
24 seconds left to go on the clock in this first quarter of play. Tigers leading 7-0. Double wing set. The quarterback forward again puts him in motion. Has trouble with the snap. Going to roll out the pass. Got a man in his face. If he's going to escape him, gets up to the field to the 20. Dodges another at the 25. Goes out of bounds at the 30. He'll pick up a first down with 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Wow, when the Tigers review that defensive play, they're going to feel real bad.
Open field tackling.
That man, they had him in the backfield. They missed one, probably dodged 2 or 3 tackles. You kind of look at that kid at that quarterback position, and you wonder why he isn't running that ball more and handling that. He really looked good on running that. He picked up 15 yards in the first down for the Hawks as the ball will come out to the 30-yard line. As you said, with 6 seconds to go in the first quarter of play, your Troup Tigers leading 7-0.
Got too many men on the field. Actually, no, it's just a wide out coming back to the south side. The wings will walk back up. Quarterback forward puts a man in motion back to the other side. So during the interior trap, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. We stack him up really well. Good job by the Tigers to stop that one, including Vicente Stafford, leading tacklers.
Good job by Will Horton, solo tackle that time. What a good job by him. He hit him. They threw the flag. They didn't throw the flag. They blew the whistle. But that was a no gain, so it'll be 2nd-10 as we begin this second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter play. The Tigers leading 7-0 right here on Eagle Sports.
So grab the kids for Dippin' Dots Ice Cream at Holmes Pharmacy. And while you're there, check out the positive messages on T-shirts and drink cups from Cherish Girl. It's what your young lady should be wearing. All this and more at Holmes Pharmacy in Hamilton and Commerce Avenue in LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Had a little technical difficulty. Let's go ahead and take our break here as the Tigers are here at the end of the first quarter play, leading 7-0 right here on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches. Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches. Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Hi, friends. Just Like to Hear. Turn your car around and head to Key of LaGrange for your chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime trip. One lucky winner from Key of LaGrange will win a trip for 2 to California to see Luke Bryan. That includes plane tickets, meet and greet, and tickets to the show. Simply stop by a dealership to register. It's that easy. While you're here, check out a 16 Rio LX, which can be yours for only $12,900. 1217 Lafayette Parkway, your headquarters for summer fun. KeyofLaGrange.com.
Trip valued at $2,000. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete details. Price plus tax, sack, and title. Stock number 18626.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live here from Cadet Stadium. Troup High School Tigers taking on Hardaway. Third down now for Hardaway. Put a man in motion back to this near side. The Tigers are leading. Quarterback going to toss it.
Yes!
We're going to get it behind the line of scrimmage. Tackling number 5, the ball carrier. That's Jacoby Ellerby.
Nice job by Macente Stafford, senior, junior Macente Stafford. Really read that well, as it looked like it had all the potential of going for a first down at closing speed from his free safety position. Nice job by Stafford. That'll bring up 4th down and 7, as Hardaway looks to go for their first punt tonight. And you never know. You and I were looking at number 21, the punter, to start with, and he was punting them about 35 yards. So they've got like Chance Hill sitting back on about the 35-yard line. But who knows? Who knows what to expect from Hardaway?
Antonio Campbell is also listed as the quarterback. Let's watch him closely. Looks like we're bringing the house after him. Steps up, gets the kickoff. Pretty good kick. Nice spiral.
Well, he didn't do that in the pregame. Where was he then?
No, he sure didn't. Ball will go down to the 11-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. The Tigers have the ball. Low snap as Crow's going to toss it back to his right. A great open field for him to the 20. Barreling over another man at the 25 is Cameron Russell. Great heads-up play. Crow had a low snap, picks it up, able to get it out to Cameron, and he picks a big first down across the 26.
Hey, Dre Flagg wasn't even supposed to be playing offense, and he's out there doing a stalk block, which helped Cameron Russell take that little swing pass from Montez Crow and picks up a first down, picks up about 18 yards out to the 28-yard line. So good job for the Tigers.
Nice job by those young men. Ball resting. Actually, that's a good spot. They'll rest the ball at the 28. Crow will be in the backfield with a man to his left. Twins to this near side of man, wide right. Slot to the left. Actually, really more of a wing. Waits for the snap. Going to step back, looking. Got a man in his face. Has to step up. They're going to get him, it looks like, back in the backfield. And that play just took the outside linebacker had a stunt coming in. We just didn't pick him up quite well enough. We dodged him initially, but then the interior line has made it by that time.
6-yard loss for the Tigers on that linebacker stunt, if you will. That'll bring up 2nd down and 16 for the Tigers. Ball's resting on the 22-yard line. We've got to get it all the way out to the 38, so 2nd and 16 for your Tigers.
That is the first sack of the ball game for Crow. Crow puts a man in motion coming back to the far side. Takes the snap, backs the pass. Got another man in his face. Oh, he turns. He's hit on his blind side.
Well, that's important for Dre Flagg. Dre was out there taking on his man. Just let him get by. And by the time Crow wanted to turn around and go to his left side, and that outside linebacker tackled Crow for another loss of about 6. And you can see Flagg slap his helmet, so he knows that he should have stayed with his block a little longer. I'm sure he won't let that happen again. So Tigers now faced with a 3rd down and 23. So if you've just joined us, we've just started the second quarter. Your Tigers up 7-0 on an opening drive, and since then we've had a decent second possession, but not what we would like to have.
Not at all. And are we going to call a timeout? Guy's walking over to the sideline, but there's no whistle yet.
He does now.
There we go. So timeout taken on the field. We'll take one as well. 60 seconds back to the station. Tigers leading 7-0 with 8:13 left to go in this first half of play right here on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. The new Michelin Energy Saver tire is perfect for your modern life. It's fuel efficient, even on short trips, offers outstanding braking on wet pavement, and delivers low CO2 emissions. And it accomplishes all that while delivering the safety and quiet ride of Michelin, which it's famous for. Drive green and enjoy saving at the pump with the new Michelin Energy Saver tires. Save on fuel costs with the all-new Michelin Energy Saver tire, available now at Friar Tire, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. If it rolls, we've got it at Friar Tire.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. The Tigers are going to have to punt the ball away on third down. They've got a running play. Actually pick up some pretty good yardage across the 20, about a 6-7 yard gain?
Yes, sir. Cameron Russell just simply a handoff off that right tackle just to see. That's one of those, let's just see what happens. Maybe they're not there for us. And we picked up 6, kind of put it out at the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. So Carson Rayford will be standing on the 9-yard line to take that. This is where we need one of those 60-yard booming punts. Maybe we'll take an 80-yard punt.
Doesn't matter to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep it in play. Good snap. He steps up, got some time. Oh, man, that's a pretty good kick right there in the air across the 40. Taken back there at the 38. He's going to motor up the field, get to the 50, across the 50 to the 48-yard line. Pretty good return, about a 12-yard return, and that's where the Hardaway Hawks will have it 1st and 10.
Looks like good coverage. King Makuta, along with 25. We don't have his correct name out there, and but anyway, 25 grabbed him at about the 46-yard line, let him pull him over midfield. So you got to, when you make that tackle, you got to bring him down.
Joko Willis is who I have for 25. Is that
it works for me.
We'll go with Joko. Go, Joko.
No joking, Joko.
No. Ford back under center. 3 men behind him in that wing tee. They'll step it up, wing on either side, single back in the backfield. Man in motion coming from the far side.
Oh, yes.
We're going to get him in the backfield. Great job as we dive across the line of scrimmage.
I want to say, I want to try to give that to Khalif Thornton, but it's not. Number 45 for the Tigers, Eric Williams, a senior defensive tackle. They had him lined up at nose tackle. He had actually started that second series, and then when that center stepped sideways, he's in the backfield, and that's about a 6-yard loss for the Hawks there.
On a sweep as well, so that's a nice play. Bringing that out, again, they bring that outside wing in, trying to jet sweep around the outside to make it back to the line of scrimmage. They're going right to left if you're looking at your radio dial or your computer screen, or if you're watching on eagle1023.com, you can see exactly what's happening. Wings on either side, and looks like we're going to call a timeout. It's going to be a timeout called by Hardaway. Still 7-0 with 7 minutes left to go in this first half of play right here on Eagle Sports.
Hey, football fans, Rob and Joel Upchurch from Remax Results wants to say thank you to you. Yeah, you, because you said things like call Rob or call Joel if you need that house sold. Why? Well, we'd like to think you said that because you know they think about selling houses every day. So when you list your house with Rob or Joel Upchurch, you know your property will be in front of potential buyers 24 hours a day. So call Joel or Rob Upchurch and enjoy the game.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. 7:09 left to go in this first half of play. Tigers leading 7-0. Here comes Hardaway. Their quarterback Ford will go back under center. Got 3 men behind him. Let's see if they break out. Yep, the 2 wings step in, single back in the backfield. Man split wide right. Number 7 will go in motion for the far side. They're going to pass the ball. He steps up, throws across the middle, complete at the 40, short of the first. Actually, no, it falls incomplete.
That was one of those times, Jack, when you want to run with the ball before you catch it, and he saw Macente Stafford from his free safety position moving in on him real quick, and about the time the ball fell out of his hands, Macente gave him a huge pop. So just to send a message, but the good job is that was the first, really to my knowledge, the first attempted pass play. and it was for would have been for some decent yardage. As it turns out, it's still 3rd down and 16 for the Hawks.
That was a weakness last week against Harris County. They threw those kind of in the flat, kind of intermittent passes, and they were able to get good yardage against us. Ford will send a man wide to the right again. He's going to pass the ball. Coming out, looking, got a man in his face. Those across the middle. It's going to fall incomplete. Good coverage.
Wow.
By Macenta Stafford. They didn't throw a flag.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'd almost have to side with the Hardaway coaches. Great coverage, but I can't deny that Macenta might have kind of had his hand on him when he pulled him around. So I think when they look at the film, the Hardaway Hawk coaching staff might have a legitimate gripe. But you know what? We're going to take it because we're in Columbus, baby.
I will say that he got his hand inside and blocked the pass.
You know what? He may have because these old eyes aren't getting as good as they are, not as good as they once was. Where Chance Hill sitting back on the 17-yard line taking a punt and or at least set to receive the punt. But, last time, number 21 for Hardaway, we said, in the pregame he was punting them 30, 35 yards. But that last one he punted 60, no doubt. So maybe he won't get that kind of punt off again this time.
So from the 46-yard line, we'll snap the ball. Actually, they'll snap the ball. There's the snap. Lingers out there. Kicked. A fair catch called for back at the 15-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
Looks like they're going to spot him at right at the 17, which is let's see, when the main man puts it down, he'll put it down on the 16-yard line. Well, he's going to move it up to the 17. We'll take every yard we can get.
You were right the first time.
Yeah, and that was kind of tough. That was one of those line drives. So Chance Hill took a chance. He stepped up thinking, well, I'm going to take this one. Then he realized he had to back up and kind of like being an outfielder, kind of misjudged. He had to back up, and he did a good job catching that football because Lord knows we don't want it to hit off his hands, and then it's a live football. But again, if you've just joined us, we're into the second quarter of play. 6 minutes and 46 seconds left until halftime. The Tigers leading 7-0 over the Hardaway Hawks. And what a great night tonight weather-wise. We thought we might get a little rain, had a little breeze earlier. Beautiful sunset, brand new turf field. When I say brand new, like it was installed 6 weeks ago, Jack.
It seems like it. New track around the place as well. Looks gorgeous.
And they've thrown a flag over there where the Tigers are huddling off of the sidelines. It may be one of these either caution or maybe
they don't mark it off.
Maybe they don't like it's unsportsmanlike. So what they're saying is, Tigers, you can't come to the sideline and huddle all the time. I guess maybe the Georgia High School has a rule like that.
16. And you're working every day to earn your family's trust. Stay connected and be a part of West Georgia's new thing, Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. They're glad to be here and glad to be a part of this community. Thank you again for you listening to tonight's broadcast, as we are happy to bring it to you. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back, as the Tigers will have a penalty call against them, I guess, huddling on the sideline, maybe. Is that maybe what it was, Greg?
It's the only thing I can think of is that, and so now the officials are trying to get this right. They've actually moved the change back, but the change shouldn't be moved back.
I was thinking that too.
The change should be put back up on the 17-yard line.
I mean, I'll take 1st and 10 from here instead of 1st and 25.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think when they decide they're going to move the change back up to 16 to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, because the ball was spotted up there at the 17.
At 17, right.
If you're going to mark them off, they should be 5 yards back, and the original line of scrimmage should be up at the 17, and we've got 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10. But we'll see what they do.
Well, if they're doing us a favor by moving the chains back, but the yard marker should go back. So, yep, they're repositioning the chain gang. I believe he's got it right now. And tighten up over there, guys. Of course, you're on the Troup sidelines, and they're not offering up any reason to help out. So
here goes Crow. Has been all over him. He's going to get sacked back at the 5-yard line. It looks like Hardaway's breaking through our line a little bit. Maybe we're getting a little bit of fatigue as we get late in this first half.
Well, that's about what I was saying. It looks like Hardaway's made some good adjustments. The offensive line has really, I know Heath Arrington's probably, Coach Arrington's got him over there talking to him between series. And, guys, you got to tighten up. You know, we can't allow – we got to give Dre some time. I mean, not Dre, but Tess Pro some time as we had the first quarter. Seems like the last series and a half, they've really got our number getting into the backfield. So now you start wondering if we should call a quick trap running play just to kind of break off some of that pressure.
Keep them honest,
Yeah, or maybe run another screen play.
So second down, about 22. Crow will actually stand in his end zone to take the snap. Takes it, quickly hands the ball off to his tailback in the backfield. He'll get across the 5, down to almost to the 10-yard line. Brings up third down.
Jackson Davis, a junior, picks up 5 yards, so it'll bring up third down and third down and looks like 20, maybe 18 yards to go for a first down. As the clock runs, 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go until halftime. Your Tigers are up 7-0, but we've got them in a hole. Or they've got us in a hole down here. We sure do need a first down, Jack.
Twins to the outside, a man wide to the left side. Crow will go back for the shotgun snap. Takes it. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to option it out. They're going to read it pretty well. He'll give it to the 15, spins to the 17. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. So they'll bring up fourth down and 10.
Nice job. He picked up 9-10 yards. You can see the fire in some of the Hardaway coaches up here calling it, and they just, they're getting a little excited. They know that it was a muffed defensive play, but they picked up 9 yards. Kind of, at least for what we were down in the hole, we picked up 20 yards net, so we're back to fourth down and 9 for the Tigers as Rayford will come in. He'll stand on looks like about the 12-yard line, the 7-yard line. So got to punt it way out of this hole as their man back deep will stand on their own 45-yard line. Got to have some good punt and good coverage this time by Rayford.
Yeah, 4:30 left to go. We don't want to give them a lot of field. Actually, too little field to work with. There's a snap. Pretty good snap this time. Steps up. Gets the kickoff. Nice. He gets a spiral. High going back to about the 35-yard line. We missed him initially and finally roll him back. Got to bring him on down, guys. Bring him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. They're going to mark him right there at the 36, and that's where the Hardaway Hawks will have it first and 10.
Good job by Joko Willis. Joko down on the coverage. Nice punt by Rayford. That's another about a 50-yard punt in the air, end over end. Not end over end, but a nice spiral down. That's the kind of punch you need. Help change that field position, Jack.
So he punts the ball again. The Tigers have ended the last 3 drives in the punt. Hardaway now back on the field with the ball resting at the 36-yard line. From the 36, 4:04 left to go in this first half of play. Put 2 men up, waiting for the snap. Ford will have a man go in motion, turns around, hands off. They go in a little trap on the outside. We got him. Well, we bring him back. May lose a couple of yards on that one.
Well, there's a flag in the play. It'll be illegal motion in the backfield, so it'll be a dead ball foul. That'll move it back 5 yards. So the ball was spotted on the 36. It'll move back to the 31. So it looks like they're giving the Tigers an option, but thought it might have been a dead ball foul. They're going to decline it.
Yep.
As the Hardaway Hawks lost 5 yards. So it would make sense. Hey, decline it.
Let's not.
So second 14.
Like it.
Now they moved the ball back, not a 5-yard loss, but they moved the ball back to a 2-yard loss. So it'll be second and 12.
That's about right.
Well, I like the second 14.
I did too, but we've complained for years about officials in Columbus, and these guys are doing a real good job.
They are. No complaints tonight so far.
Man left and right. Quarterback going to hand it off to the tailback coming from the outside. Do we get him? We grab an arm. He escapes one, and we're going to bring him out of bounds short of the 35-yard line.
No, that's not a flag right there. But it was a good thought. Is that we stepped out of bounds, but they were already tackling. They just fell down, and no harm, no foul. So it'll be third down and 12. He does get back to his line of scrimmage, but it'll be third and 12. Good pursuit by the defense. Khalif Thornton, along with Jack Schweizer and Macente Stafford and Jared Lane.
Is there a position Jack Schweitzer does not play on this Tiger team?
I tell you what, he looks his hair looks good. His dad, I think he maybe got a haircut. I don't know, but it looked really good. White out. Good. He's a free safety, a rover out here back.
Holding the ball on kicks.
He really looks good. That's right. Place kick holder.
Single back set once again. They'll put a man in motion going to the far side. Fake the handoff. The quarterback will turn. He's got 4 men in his place. It may be a screen pass. He throws it out into the flat to the 45. He's got some running room to the 40. Tackle made right at the 40-yard line by the Tigers. That'll be number 7. Ken Truitt makes the tackle, but he'll pick up a big first down across the 50 down to the 40.
Just a little naked boot by the quarterback. All the linemen, they had released the linemen, so it wasn't a center screen. It was really more of a outside flare screen, if you will, as he naked booted it around to the sidelines. Had a a slot back wide open 8 yards down the field. He's able to pick up another 15 yards. So good play call by the Hawks. You got to give them credit for that one, as it'll move it down inside Tiger territory to the 37-yard line.
Looks like their backs were against the wall. Now they got a fresh set of downs. They're going to the outside, pushing the line. Wow, good job by the Tigers to push that one back. That's number 14, Kobe Hudson, stepping in from his outside linebacker position.
That's what we want to see. Kobe, a freshman, along with 31, Will Horton, made that tackle, but Kobe kind of added that extra oomph to it. And only in ninth grade, I tell you what, he's going to be special as he moves throughout these next 4 full years for the Tigers. So we're almost down to 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go until halftime. Your Tigers still up 7-0, and we're in a situation where we need to keep the Hawks out of the end zone going into halftime.
Going to have that little reverse again. We cut them inside, but there's nobody there. They get down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line for they're brought down. Tackle made by number 31, Will Horton.
Dietrich Tucker on the tackle.
Dietrich Tucker, yep, there's two 31s.
Junior linebacker. Really, I just said it, we got to keep him out of the end zone, and he's
barely did.
Touchdown-saving tackle. Nice double reverse provided by the Hawks. A lot of motion anyway, but when you do a double reverse, it's an inside tight double reverse, so not a lot of time to think about it. Was able to prove beneficial. 2 good plays right in a row for the Hawks there. As now they've asked King Makuta to go out. He must have had his helmet popped off. We just didn't see it. So it looks like who will be coming in for him. I want to say it's Ethan Short, the way he runs, and that's who it is. So Ethan comes in to replace King Makuta as the Hawks come up to the line of scrimmage.
Man in motion from the outside, inside trap. They push us. We get down to the 5-yard line. We stack it up there, and they should blow the whistle. There it is. They blow the whistle at the 5. Brings up 3rd down. Clock continues to tick down. Minute 25 left to go.
So as the Hawks drive into Tiger territory, as you said, Jack, down to the 5-yard line, nice little inside trap. Good job by the Tigers to close that up, because so often the inside opens wide open for defensively for a wing T trap.
The wings will go back to the outside. Ford puts a man in motion from the outside, turns around. He's going to try to get to the outside. He's going to be hit, spins, goes down at the 1-yard line, maybe 2.
2-yard line.
That will be a first down, though, I think.
Nice job by Hudson and Kobe Hudson and King Makuta. Hudson actually saved that tackle from his corner position inside a minute running. Hardaway's got plenty of timeouts, but right now they choose not to use them. They've got 1 timeout left. I say plenty. They got at least 1. 42 seconds, and for whatever reason, they've stopped the clock. He's getting on to him to get a new ball in here, so clock still stopped.
Now the ball whistle's dead. 42 seconds, it stopped there.
There we go. Now,
now they roll the clock. 41 seconds. Long snap count. Quarterback goes step out. Inside trap. He'll go into the end zone for a touchdown.
So with 33 seconds to go, Hardaway scores a touchdown to make the score 7-6. Your Tigers, pretty evenly matched first half so far, Jack. And Tigers scored on the first possession of the game, and it looks like the Hawks is going to score on the last possession of the first half. But you know what? There's still 30-something seconds, even with the PAT. We were over in Upson Lee a few years ago when your man Darryl Truitt, with 32 seconds left, took it to the house to win that football game. So, even so, with 30-something seconds, they still got a kickoff to the Tigers.
I think Tony Walls would say you only need a second for somebody to come back like that. Snap,
right.
hold, kick is up.
Nice effort by the Tigers.
And the kick is good. 7-7. We're knotted up here with only 33 seconds left to go in this first half of play. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on 96.9 and 1240 WLAG.
It's here. Yes, it's really here. Dippin' Dots ice cream at Holmes Pharmacy. So when you ask yourself, how do I cool off from this heat? It's Dippin' Dots at Holmes Pharmacy. Try birthday cake, rainbow, chocolate, cookie and cream, cotton candy, red berry, cookie dough, and everybody's favorite banana split. So grab the kids for Dippin' Dots ice cream at Holmes Pharmacy. And while you're there, check out the positive messages on T-shirts and drink cups from Cherish Girl. It's what your young lady should be wearing. All this and more at Holmes Pharmacy in Hamilton and Commerce Avenue in LaGrange.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Tigers break the huddle there at midfield. They're got a man back deep, standing on about the 4-yard line. Hardaway ready to kick the ball from right to left. He approaches the ball, and there's the kick. Line drive, end over end. Russell will take it from the 2 to the 10. 15, finds the seam at the 20, 30. Goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So it didn't go all the way, but almost halfway.
And that leaves 22.7 seconds on the clock. So that run took about 11 seconds to make. He picked it up, as you said, moving back. He caught it. Moving back, he caught it on the 2-yard line and was able to move over inside the hash marks, move over toward the outside, toward the Troup High School Tiger sideline, and was able to bring it back to the 48-yard line. So a lot can happen with 22 seconds left and a set of new downs for the Tigers. Tigers bring it up to the line of scrimmage at the 48-yard line.
Crow, the quarterback, will have a wing to the right side. Single back to the backfield. He'll step up. Won't even look. Just throw across the middle. Complete. He's at the 30, 25-20, 15-10. Goes out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Cameron Russell on a nice little halfback slant comes in behind the linebackers. Montez Crow hits him in stride. He outruns the free safety down to they're going to mark him out at the 4. I really thought he went out at the 3. So with that took off 8 seconds. So with 14 seconds to go until halftime, the Tigers are inside Hardaway's 5-yard line. First down, goal to go. Talk about a change of events. We said, she still got 30 seconds to go. And
Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Tiger football. The Tigers are in a timeout right now. Let me catch you up as we had a little bit of a problem with some of our equipment, but it is an exciting last few seconds here in the first half of play. The Tigers take the kickoff, go all the way to the 45. That was Truitt, if I'm not mistaken, making it all the way down to there. The next play from scrimmage, Crow throws the ball down the field to Cameron Russell. Russell fights all the way down to the 4-yard line. Then we hand the ball off, go down inside the 2-yard line. So right now it's second down and goal to go from the 2, and the Tigers have taken a timeout.
With 10 seconds to left, the Tigers have no timeouts. So crucial play calling here. You got 10 seconds. You either going to score a touchdown because each play takes 6 seconds. I know it's on the 2, but you either hit it quick or you better get up on it and snap the ball and down it again.
That was a problem last week against Harris County. We had the ball down inside the 5. Had some clock management issues. Hopefully we've alleviated that, practiced that this week. Let's see what the Tigers can bring late in this first half.
You don't want it to backfire, but you could go on a freeze play. And then on the third time, if the Hardaway does not jump since you're out of timeouts, then you could run the play. Hoping if you get it offside, you'll gain another yard down to the goal line.
Crow will go under center. He'll go right across. Let's see. Did he get in?
We got in on it. I think we recovered a fumble in the end zone.
Let's see. We're waiting to see
the
everybody
clock's
come
still
through.
running.
Crow
now they stop the clock.
They'll stop the clock.
But they stop the clock with 0.2 seconds left. If Tigers want to argue that point, there's still 0.2 seconds left. Let's see if they argue that point because Hardaway's really running off the field a little bit too soon, but I would be arguing that. Me and the white hat would be talking.
Nope, they're going to call it.
He took the easy way out. I don't blame Glisson for arguing the point. There was still 0.2 seconds left, and but it stands as it stands. It's tied up at halftime. What a valiant effort by the Tigers with 33 seconds left in this first half of play, Jack.
We'll talk about that and lots more when we come back from halftime. We're going to take 4 spots back to the station. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years. And how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Hi, friends. Just looked here. Turn your car around and head to Key of LaGrange for your chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime trip. One lucky winner from Key of LaGrange will win a trip for 2 to California to see Luke Bryan. That includes plane tickets, meet and greet, and tickets to the show. Simply stop by a dealership to register. It's that easy. While you're here, check out the 16 Rio LX, which can be yours for only $12,900. 1217 Lafayette Parkway, your headquarters for summer fun. KeyofLaGrange.com.
Trip valued at $2,000. No purchase necessary. See dealer. We have the right staff to fix it. If you live in East Alabama or West Georgia, come see us for service on your car. Our high-quality mechanics perform all repairs the right way the first time with our high-quality equipment. Our mechanics adhere to strict quality standards. So when you need the best automotive repair shop, look no further than Friar Tire and Service, New Franklin Road in LaGrange. If it rolls, we fix it. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're at halftime right now. As the Tigers right now are trailing the Hardaway Hawks. Excuse me, not trailing. They're tied up with the Hardaway Hawks, 7-7. Coming out on the field right now are the Troup High School Tigers marching band, the pride of Troup County. The Troup County Tiger Marching Band. We'll let you hear some of their selection a little bit under the direction of Johnny Hurd. The band continues to grow tonight. Very smart move. It's so humid, so hot as it's been. They're not in their full uniforms. They're in shorts and T-shirts, but that will not deter them from being very strong as they play in just a few moments. It's a two-tuba band on the Hicks scale. If you're familiar with our broadcasts over the years, Greg judges bands by how many tubas they have, so they're a two-tuba band. So right now we're ready for the drum major to give her signal, her salute. And in a moment you'll hear the band again. We're going to let you hear some of the band as we start halftime, and then we'll recap some things for you in just a moment. But here they come, the pride of Troup County, the Troup County Tiger Marching Band. Hearing the music of the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band as they do their opening number. quite a medley there. We'll get you more details on that in a minute. But right now, let's take another break back to the station. 4 spots as we listen to some of our fine sponsors. 7-7 is our score at halftime right here on Eagle Sports.
Friar Tire Service takes pride in providing the highest quality auto repairs for your car. No matter who made it or where it's from, we have the right staff to fix it. If you live in East Alabama or West Georgia, come see us for service on your car. Our high-quality mechanics perform all repairs the right way the first time with our high-quality equipment. Our mechanics adhere to strict quality standards. So when you need the best automotive repair shop, look no further than Friar Tire and Service, New Franklin Road in LaGrange. If it rolls, we fix it. Hey, football fans, Rob and Joel Upchurch from Remax Results wants to say thank you to you. Yeah, you, because you said things like call Rob or call Joel if you need that house sold. Why? Well, we'd like to think you said that because you know they think about selling houses every day. So when you list your house with Rob or Joel Upchurch, you know your property will be in front of potential buyers 24 hours a day. So call Joel or Rob Upchurch and enjoy the game. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. When a football team ends up with 12 men on the field, it means somebody forgot to double check. And when you end up paying more for your car insurance than you need, it could also mean somebody forgot to double check. That's why State Farm will do a free discount double check by going through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Because those discounts mean big league savings. It pays to double check. Call your State Farm agent, Matt Orr, on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now, back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're discussing if the hot sign will be on or not. And I think someone who has definitely seen a hot sign over the years is Johnny Hurd, the director of bands at Troup High School, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. Johnny, early in the season, just kind of getting things started, the kids came out with a medley, a few songs. Tell them real quickly what they heard them play.
All right, we're doing a Queen show this year. The opener's got snippets of Bohemian Rhapsody, Another One Bites the Dust, and We Will Rock You. So we still are working on a crazy little thing called Love.
Killer Queen?
No.
Oh, come on. Let's go obscure. Come on. Fat Bottom Girls.
But we're hoping that once we got the show on the field, we're going to do our on-the-field warm-up will be a fanfare of Fat Bottom Girls.
I can't wait to see the drill lines. As long as they don't twerk during that,
That's
I think it'll be fine.
I'd like to keep my job. So.
The progressive Chip Metters, I don't think will be quite as progressive as we want them to be.
Yeah, I'll be in his office on Monday morning, right?
Yep. So. But I have to tell you what, it's hard to believe football season's here. We're kicking things off. The kids have been around the program. People, I hope they realize that you and your group put in so much work over the summer, just like the football players do, in a different way, of course. But they're out in the sun and the heat quite a bit as they get ready for the season.
Yeah, they are. We actually started on May 31st. Preparing for the show. We did a week of band camp right after school was out, and then we worked throughout the summer. We took some time off and came back right at day one and have been kicking it hard until tonight. First performance, we have had a bunch of kids that were super jittery about getting out there the first time, and I think that this is a great venue for them to get out and have their first show under the belts.
How many what's your numbers this year?
We're at like 98 marching members this year. So.
That's excellent. Continuing to grow the program. I'll tell you what's nice is we've had a little bit more consistency in the middle school program. I'm sure that helps you out as well.
Yeah, Ms. Cooper is there for her second year this year. She came over from Muskogee County, and she's been up here now starting to develop her system and get those kids going well. My ninth grade class that I've got this year is a very, very strong ninth grade class, so the future is bright.
I know I've talked with a couple of kids from Long Cane that are excited. They have the opportunity, I think, in some of our home games to come up and play with y'all.
Yes, we actually have some of the Long Cane kids marching with us right now.
Really?
I've got 8 kids from the middle school that are with me, and they're having a great time. And then we'll get some more of them as the year goes on. I was really happy with my buddy Chance, Mr. Giddens, the velvet voice of the Troup Tigers. His boy is hopefully a future Tiger. I saw that he and Miss Kirby's son are in the percussion class over there now. So I'm excited about getting some future drumline members going with some of my buddies' kids.
That's exciting. Well, Johnny, you do a great job. We're looking forward to talking with you all season long, keeping people updated, because the band, to me, is such an integral part of the whole thing. As I'm calling a ball game, to hear the kids, the excitement that they have, and playing the little fight songs in between, it really punctuates what's going on the field.
Well, we really appreciate your support, and we look forward to making it more and more exciting as the year goes on. And it looks like the Tigers are going to have an exciting year this year.
Right now, tied 7-7 here at halftime against Hardaway. Let's take a break. You're listening right now to Eagle Sports.
Hey, football fans, Rob and Joel Upchurch from Remax Results wants to say thank you to you. Yeah, you, because you said things like call Rob or call Joel if you need that house sold. Why? Well, we'd like to think you said that because they think about selling houses every day. So when you list your house with Rob or Joel Upchurch, your property will be in front of potential buyers 24 hours a day. So call Joel or Rob Upchurch and enjoy the game. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. They are a top 100 hospital in 2016, and they're working every day to earn your family's trust. Stay connected and be a part of West Georgia's new thing, Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. They're glad to be here and glad to be a part of this community. Thank you again for you listening to tonight's broadcast, as we are happy to bring it to you. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. And Greg, I need you to talk. I got to finish chewing my Chick-fil-A. You got me.
Chick-fil-A. What a good job Chick-fil-A does for all high school sports.
It's my pleasure to eat this.
I tell you what, always nice to talk with Johnny Hurd and kind of reminiscing. Trinity Pike was here, kind of assisting Johnny, as Johnny told Jack that was his first drum major, and he went to school with my oldest daughter, Mackenzie Hicks, and Allie Jones, and the kind of a small reunion, even though Mackenzie's in Kentucky this weekend at one of her college mates' wedding rehearsals. So, with that being said, as long as we don't talk about weddings and Mackenzie, that'll work.
Let's not even go there with 3 daughters. I don't even want to talk about that kind of stuff. Let's talk about this first half of play, Greg.
Let's do it.
Then the Tigers, they did not win the toss. That the Hardaway Hawks deferred to the second half. The Tigers took the ball, came down to the 35-yard line. A nice return to start the ball game. The new offensive coordinator, Colby Holt, really opened up something we don't see very much, and that was an all-passing, pretty much, first drive. They take the ball 65 yards down the field, punch it in the end zone by Jackson Davis. He goes in from the one. Mr. Rayford puts up the extra point. It's 7-0. It was 7-0 for a long time in that first half.
It was 7-0 the remainder of the first quarter, 7-0 the entire second quarter except the last 33 seconds. And we had as much excitement in the last 33 seconds, really 50 seconds, because Hardaway, that last possession, had 2 really good plays. A little naked boot screen out to the flats. It picked up about 25 yards. And then a little, I want to say a scissor trap, and inside it picked up another 7 or 8 down to the 5-yard line. And that's when next play they scored with 33 seconds left. And then, of course, the Tigers, and I said, kind of going back to Darryl Truitt's days, and Coach Truitt's on our staff now, but one of the biggest plays in I think, modern Troup history, with 32 seconds left at Upson Lee, Darryl Truitt takes one at the 3-yard line and weaves his way. And he does this while he's hurting. He's had a hurt hamstring, and he absolutely outruns and runs over several Upson Lee Knights, makes it to the end zone, and Troup wins the football game. Well, with 33 seconds left, Ken Truitt takes it on the 1-yard line and runs it back to the 48. First offensive play, Tez Crow hits Cameron Russell on the inside slant behind the linebackers, and Cameron Russell takes it down to the 4. The next play, Jackson Davis runs it down to the 2, and that's when
call a timeout.
Call a timeout with 10 seconds left, and Crow takes it in. His 6'3" frame decides he'll sneak it in low on a quarterback sneak. His knees down, he fumbles a ball. They're debating as the clock's running out, and with 0.2 seconds left, as I pointed out to the listening audience, White Hat starts to wave his hands.
Too late.
Then the clock runs out, and Hardaway runs off the field. And that's why Coach G was out arguing, as well he should.
Right.
Because had he got that call,
We had another play.
We had one more play with 0.2 seconds left.
Yeah, I think could have put it in the end zone. Eerily similar, though, as last week, the Tigers against Harris County got down inside the 5 and let the clock run out. Now, that was a much worse situation. They kind of let it. They needed to snap the ball, spike it, but they couldn't get the guys back to the line of scrimmage. They were kind of loitering around, really didn't know what to do. They knew what to do here, but the officials did not give them the ball. Mm-hmm. And this was a little different situation, but in the end, both the same thing happened in both cases. Time runs out, and we don't get a play in right there inside the end zone. Let's go and take one. Let's take one more break. The Tigers are coming out the field to warm up. We're getting close to getting ready for the second half of play. We're tied 7-7 in the first game of the season for the Troup High School Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
It's here. Yes, it's really here. Dippin' Dots ice cream at Holmes Pharmacy. So when you ask yourself, how do I cool off from this heat? It's Dippin' Dots at Holmes Pharmacy. Try birthday cake, rainbow, chocolate, cookie and cream, cotton candy, red berry, cookie dough, and everybody's favorite banana split. So grab the kids for Dippin' Dots ice cream at Holmes Pharmacy. And while you're there, check out the positive messages on T-shirts and drink cups from Cherish Girl. It's what your young lady should be wearing. All this and more at Holmes Pharmacy in Hamilton and Commerce Avenue in LaGrange. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. The new Michelin Energy Saver tire is perfect for your modern life. It's fuel efficient, even on short trips, offers outstanding braking on wet pavement, and delivers low CO2 emissions. And it accomplishes all that while delivering the safety and quiet ride of Michelin, which it's famous for. Drive green and enjoy saving at the pump with the new Michelin Energy Saver tires. Save on fuel costs with the all-new Michelin Energy Saver tire, available now at Friar Tire, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. If it rolls, we've got it at Friar Tire.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon and Greg Higgs live here from Connett Stadium. The Tigers' first game of the season, tied 7-7 with the folks from Hardaway, the Hawks there. And Greg, we got a new region that we're playing with in Quad A. We're Region 5, Quad A, 7 teams with us there, including LaGrange High School Grangers. We'll get a score hopefully in a little bit as the Grangers and Callaway are playing tonight. We got Cartersville, Cedartown, Central of Carroll, who's moved way up into Quad A, and a team that's really been on the come. They've done a great job over the past several years. They were vying with Callaway for winning the region last year. Fell to the Callaway Cavaliers. You're exactly right.
Yeah.
So Central Carroll, we're very familiar with them. Chapel Hill, was mentioned, the Grangers, and Sandy Creek, very familiar with them as well. So a few folks were familiar with, a few folks were not. But again, another strong region because 3 of those teams once again are in the top 10 in the rankings right now in Quad A.
And you got Trevor Lawrence, the number 1 rated passer, the number 1 top prospect in the United States up in Cartersville. He's a pro-style passer. He is on track as a starting junior to break Deshaun Watson's rushing and actually pass attempts and passing yardages. Certainly we want to have something to say about that, but he's 6'3", a kid. He's a pro-style passer and won a state championship with Cartersville last year. And they beat Buford. So that tells you something. When you can beat Buford.
They beat Buford. That's really what you wanted to say.
That's
what you wanted to get out.
That's right. We've got to go to Cartersville to make that trip. But you know what? Again, we're learning. It's a good region for us. You know, we had Woodward to leave out, and of course we replaced them with the likes of Central. We had Fayette County to leave out, and we replaced
Chapel Hill
them.
coming in.
But at any rate, it's you still got Troup, you got LaGrange, you got Sandy Creek, you got Central of Carroll, you've got Cedartown, and you got Carterville. Actually, Chapel Hill's outside our region, but you got
that's right. Excuse me.
Yeah, you got it's a 6-team region, I believe, is what it is.
7-team.
7. Who did I miss then? But anyway, maybe it is Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill is in our region.
All right. Well, that's good. So I'm learning too.
It's just starting.
And and this year for the next 3, this year plus 3 more, so 4 years now. We're going to maintain these regions. Used to Georgia High School every 2 years, and anybody wants to correct me, please do so. But we used to change it every 2 years, reconsider our region classifications and region realignments. But now I think it's going to go 4 years, so we're kind of stuck with this region, which is a good. I think it's a good region for us.
Yeah, we got Hardaway. We got Kendrick next week. We'll be back at home at Callaway Stadium. We'll do that for 2 weeks. Kendrick, then Bowden, then Lamar County will take they'll be the last of our preseason, if you will, our non-region schedule, and then we'll jump into Chapel Hill at home, Sandy Creek away, LaGrange at home, Cedartown at home, and wow, what a tough last 2 weeks of the season, going down to Central Carroll and going over to Cartersville.
Absolutely, we've got and we've got to travel both of those games too. Central, it's just 42 miles up the street, up 27, right there in Carrollton. Like you said, is an up-and-coming program. But then the next week we got to travel about 120 miles up to Cartersville.
It'll take 16 over the 36.
I was going to say, there's a couple of ways you can get there, and the GPS is going to tell them to go through 85, 285, 75. But, I kind of like the 27
all the
folks,
way up to Cartersville. If you don't know, Greg is the human GPS, and he will get us to games in the most obscure ways possible, but he does it and makes sure we're safe every time. 7-7 is what we're tied at right now here at halftime. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we're just about ready for kickoff live here on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear. Turn your car around and head to Key of LaGrange for your chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime trip. One lucky winner from Key of LaGrange will win a trip for 2 to California to see Luke Bryan. That includes plane tickets, meet and greet, and tickets to the show. Simply stop by a dealership to register. It's that easy. While you're here, check out the 16 Rio LX, which can be yours for only $12,900. 1217 Lafayette Parkway, your headquarters for summer fun. KeyofLaGrange.com.
Trip valued at $2,000. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete details. Price plus tax, and title. Stock number 18626.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble, and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy,
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices. See, mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks, and we'll be with you all season long during the Troup High School games. We got the Callaway games going over. Andrew Caraway and his new partner will be doing the Callaway games for you this year. We'll be in different radio stations, but you'll hear Greg and I doing Troup games all season long. We might slip over and help out in some different places. Also, Michael Buchanan and the folks that broadcast from WCGM and the Bull, they'll be partnering with WELR and also with Eagle Radio to broadcast some LaGrange games this season. So a neat partnership there as well, Greg.
Well, it is, and I don't think Eagle was asked, Coleman Vice and Eagle Radio was asked to take over the broadcast duties for LaGrange, and he gladly did so, which puts an extra burden on Coleman. But Coleman's a tough guy; he can handle it. And what that did was they basically kept Michael Buchanan, and I really don't know who his sidekicks
Tommy Whitworth,
are.
I think, is with him.
And Tommy's been around a while. Of course, you and I will maintain the Troup games, and Andrew Caraway, a Callaway alumnus and heavily involved in community sports and coaches, and so he loves the game, and he'll be hopefully calling play-by-play along with, and I was told today, but I forget. But anyway, so sounds like Coleman's done a good job at getting all three crews put together. We're just kind of looking to see if we need a sideline member.
My brother Brad may help us out a little bit. We'll see how that goes.
I don't know that we're going to pay him, but we can help him.
Not at all. We definitely won't pay him.
But as we mumble along here, the Tigers and the Hawks are on the field, and the White Hat is about to blow the whistle in as the Tigers are lining up on the 20. We're going to be penalized back to the 25-yard line to start the second half. Maybe we got an unsportsmanlike conduct, because normally...
Well, I think Coach Glisson was a little maybe more vociferous than he needed to be. I think kind of got in the face of the guy in the white hat, so that may be where that penalty is coming from.
And that, to me, that's okay. He argued a good point because the ball's normally set on the 40-yard line. It'll be moved back to the 25 as Carson Rayford lines it up to kick this ball off in the second half.
So here we go. As Greg mentioned, the ball will rest at the 25-yard line. Rayford approaches it, steps up, gets the kickoff. Nice kick. End over end, taken back at the 10. Bounces off him. He picks it up, Finally gets to the 20, 25, up to the 30. Beats the first Tiger. Oh, wow, he just walked right past him all the way to the 40. And I hate to even call that young man's name out, but
good job by Detrick Tucker. And the outside linebacker was able to actually make a pretty good tackle at the 41-yard line. The ball was picked up on the 10, so it was a 31-yard return.
I got to say that the sophomore, number 30, Jatavian Smith, that's not going to be a good look for him when they watch the film. He just let him walk right by him.
Well, I would have liked to see a little bit more hustle by the Tigers trying to in that kickoff coverage. But at any rate, first down and 10 for Hardaway.
Hardaway, ball resting just across the 40. They were moving in the line. They'll back them up 5.
Well, that's a good way to start. At least that 31-yard return now goes back to basically a 26-yard return as they go. Actually, it doesn't, but trying to do a little math there. But the Hardaway will back up now, be first and 15 as the ball rests on the 36-yard line.
When you get your bills from Mud Creek Graphics, please make sure to check the math.
Check the math. That's right. If you don't want me adding them up, that's for sure.
No, they have great folks in the office that take care of all that. Here comes Hardaway once again. Forward, the quarterback will be under center. Split backfield for him this time. A man wide, a slot to this inside. He's going to hand the ball off the outside. Number 6, the ball carrier gets across the 40 to the 41-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's Mario Lee, their leading rusher.
Good job by Jared Lane that time at making the initial stop, along with 39 Khalif Thornton, and aided by Jack Schweitzer to kind of help put him to the turf. It'll be second down. Actually, it should be about third down. Second down.
Because they backed him up.
Backed him up. Second down and 10 as the ball is resting on the 41-yard line.
Wing to this outside, double tight end set. Coming with a sweep to this near side. We're going to string it out well. He's going to go out of bounds at the 42. He'll only get about another yard. So we're at third down and 9.
Good job by Jared Lane and Jack Schweitzer and Kobe Hudson, and along with number 31, Dietrich Tucker. Stretched that ball out, and Jay Brody Messer actually was in the backfield soon, made him plant and cut outside. So good job by the Tigers, and he ran 15 but only picked up 1.
That's really the key to that play too, Greg, is continue to string it out. Force him to get to the outside. If he does cut back, you've got folks that are trailing back to the inside. But good job by the defense that time. They go back to their two-wing set. No split ends. Quarterback's going to hand the ball off on a reverse to the outside. We're going to hit him at the 45. He'll get to the 40. Ooh, they're going to give him a good spot to the 48, but he'll be short of the first down. More than likely, they'll punt the ball away.
It'll be fourth down and 4 for Hardaway. Don't see any motion right yet. The coaches, I guess because they're at midfield, are debating on whether to punt the ball. So I think they're going to run the football.
Fourth and 4, though.
I don't see it going down. Maybe they're going to try to draw the Tigers off, so you got to have a little discipline. But good job by Kobe Hudson on that one. Just to really came down, hit him in the knees, and made that good tackle that time for the Tigers, making it fourth down and 4.
Watch the ball. Watch the ball. Forward under center. Wing to the right side.
And so the Tigers will call the timeout.
The Troup High School Tigers call a timeout. I'll mark it down for Greg so he remembers it. 7-7 is your score with 10:38 left to go in this third quarter play right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Greg, I'm watching the Tigers come off the sideline. I like the energy I saw them come back on the field with.
I agree.
Jumping up and down, excited, but now we've got to watch the ball. 4th and 4. Shotgun set. They put a man wide to the right side. Actually, no, he's under center. Missed him there. Man goes in motion to the far side, and we jump off sides.
And that's what we talked about. I've called Jay Brody Messer's name out quite a bit. I didn't want to call it then. You can see some frustration on the sidelines over there, and you hate to give somebody a first down like that, but that's okay. We'll get it back. I know Jay Brody feels worse than anybody else over on that sideline right now. The Tigers just have to bow up, and get this ball back and get it back quickly.
So first down for Hardaway.
Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers can get fast, friendly, local service. It works.
Hardaway will come around the right side.
So personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. The Tigers have a young man that's down on the sideline. Greg, can you see who that is?
I was just going to comment how Macente Stafford turned that runner back inside to allow King Makuta to take him down, and in that doing so caught a cramp in his either calf or hamstring, and the Hardaway trainers took over as they should do, and the Troup trainers out now stretching out like that, but Macente Stafford is down on the turf at the 44-yard line of the Tigers. So they'll have we've got a TV timeout, and hopefully he'll be fine, but we often see that. As good a shape as we're in,
humidity.
I'm sitting here sweating right now, which I'm glad with that. I'm good to sweat. I want to comment. This is a great time to talk about weight loss programs sponsored by Mud Creek Graphics. Jack, not that we had it. I just thought I'd plug us, buddy. But Jack's lost. What did you say? 20, 30 pounds already since last football season. I'm down about 25 or 30 pounds from 263 down to 241, and my wife's down about 40 pounds, and Sarah's down some weight. I don't know that she wants to tell how many, but she's down some weight.
Leave that alone.
Looks good.
Amy's going to kick your butt later.
She's fine with that. She's fine with that. She looks good. So
Amy's always looked good.
Yeah, she did. And I've actually brought our whole family down a little bit. I'm kind of losing my hair, but still, she looks good. And so we're excited about losing some weight. But man, is it humid out here right now? And that was the whole idea. Is that Macente's walking off and he's kind of reaching back, touching his hammy, and so he needs to go over there and stretch it out, maybe get some fluid in him. And I know Coach Glisson every day, more than once a day, if you're on the Remind 101 with the Tigers, hydrate. Yeah. He goes on and on about that.
You can't just do it at the game either. You got to do it before the game.
And here's what happens is when they go in to weigh in each and every day, Jack, if you left yesterday at 2:15 and today you come in at say 2:09, you got to drink at least 2 or 3 bottles of water before you even go out to practice. Got to pick up a couple of pounds. So he's real good about that, and really that's the first, I would say, injury timeout if we would go that far.
2nd and 5. Here comes Hardaway back to the line of scrimmage. The quarterback forward puts a man in motion, going back to the far side. Problem with the snap. Ball's on the ground. Let's see who's got it. I think that they may have gotten back on the top of it.
I think number 12, and I don't know if he's a stand-in quarterback because, but he was able to recover it.
Yeah, actually the quarterback forward got back on top of it.
And he's coming to the sidelines, I guess, to receive another play. He does step out of bounds, but he's but yes, so it'll be 3rd down and 5 to go as the ball's inside Tiger territory at the 42-yard line. 3rd and a long 5 yards to go.
9:28 left to go in the third quarter play. 7-7 your score. Hardaway has driven the ball across the 50 down near the 40-yard line. They're just short of the 40. Going to get to the 38 for a first down. Long snap count, turn, hand the ball off into the line. And they're going to get, just short of the first down. I think that's going to bring another 4th down up, Greg.
Good job by Jared Lane. Actually, Jared was blocked inside, looked up, and grabbed the running back at the shoulders, I'll be honest with you, and threw him to the ground, and he comes up with a twisted ankle. He's being helped off the field.
That's a good spot for the Tigers, too.
You and I talked, that's just pure strength by Jared Lane right there, as he turned and just caught him at shoulder pads and just threw him on the ground. So good job by the Tiger defense, especially your outside linebacker, right outside linebacker, Jared Lane. So 4th down and 2 for Hardaway. This is a big play here for the Tigers. Got to hold them.
Tiger faithful up on their feet on the far side. 4th and 2, double wing. Quarterback forward has the man in motion. Turns. Going to hand it to him. He goes to the outside.
Yes.
Hit it to 40. But he gets back up across the 40, 35. Picks up a first down for Hardaway. We got him with the initial hit. but he was able to kind of stumble across and pick up the first down for the Hawks.
Jack Schweitzer from his free safety position, actually a strong safety position, he comes flying in, catches him 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and just couldn't hang on to it. Hit him at the thigh, but bounced off of him, and he is just sick at himself. He looks up at the sky, knows that he should have locked up, and it would have been Troup Tiger football. At any rate, Hardaway is first down inside Tiger territory to 32-yard line.
They've had the ball the entire time here in the second half of play. Clock ticks down to 8 minutes. Quarterback going to hand the ball to a trap play in the middle. We grab him. He won't maybe get a yard.
Give credit to 39 Khalif Thornton on that play as he busted through from his right tackle position, defensive tackle. He's the kid that I told you about, just a sophomore and already squatting over 500 pounds. So you're not going to hold him down. If you give him the ball and he's leg driving, he's going to get it.
Yeah, Marco Lee was the ball carrier again. Got a young man going off the field, a slight limp.
That was Khalif Thornton. So as I talk about him, he's going off the field. And number 65, Joshua Boehm, comes back in his right defensive tackle position.
Double reverse.
The ball's on the ground.
He picks it back up, and we're going to hit him.
Ball's on the ground again. So good job by the Tigers.
Go out of bounds. The ball will be spotted back at the 36-yard line. So they're going to lose about 5 yards on that play. They'll bring up second down. Third down, excuse me.
Give credit to middle linebacker Jatavian Smith on that second hit. I didn't catch the first guy on the line and that knocked the ball loose. But two drops by Hardaway.
Really just a bad handoff. We had some good pressure back there.
I got
a bad handoff. Ball bounces up. Actually bounced right back up into his breadbasket as he comes around this near side.
So 3rd and 13 as the ball's moved back out to the Troup Tiger 35-yard line.
6:45 left to go in the third. We're tied up at 7-7. Hardaway the ball. Man in motion from the far side. Step up. He's going to pass. Looking. Got a man in his face. He gets to the outside, and he's going to run 30, 25. First down outside at the 20. Actually, I think they'll mark him at the 19-yard line.
That was a good read by the quarterback. He had absolutely no containment on the Troup Tiger side. He actually did a little twist and turn. That's twice that quarterback has beat us when he gets to scrambling. He is really a threat to opponents there as he turns toward the Tiger sideline. And from our vantage point, you could see that he was not only going to get a first down, but then some because he had 20 yards of wide open room. Kobe Hudson ran him out, as you said, at the 19-yard line.
Double wing set. They pop back up there. Single back to the backfield. Ford puts a man in motion from the far side right down along it. We're going to stretch him out. He's going to turn, get down to the 15, down to the 14. And that's where they'll mark him actually down at the 13-yard line, just short of the 10. He's got to get to the 9 for a first down.
You know, and you hear stories over the last several years about how weak the Hardaway football team is, and they would just get embarrassed in a lot of these football games. But we said earlier that they beat Spencer last week in a scrimmage game, and we know that Spencer is not the Spencer of old. And you just see you listen to the coach over here. They got a lot of fire going on, and you look at some of the athletes. You know, they're a pretty good-looking team physically and athletically. So if these guys were playing last year, what were they doing? But they really look good out there tonight.
Wing left this time for Hardaway. Hand the ball off to the tailback. We cut him back inside and do a good job of containing. That'll bring up third down. I think he's actually going to lose a yard, Greg. Well, the ball was resting at the 14. It's going to be now at the 15.
Good job by Jared Lane by turning him back inside. But Eric Williams, senior defensive tackle, number 45, came in and made that stop after a 2-yard gain. But third down, ball's resting on the 14-yard line of your Tigers, as the clock is running with 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Score tied 7-7.
Hardaway has had the ball the entire time in this third quarter. 3rd and 5. Man in motion from the far side. Turn inside trap. They hand the ball off. We grab him, pull him back. He'll be short of the first down. Another fourth down coming up for Hardaway.
So we had two guys. Yeah, good play by that. Looking at, I'm trying to get some numbers here, but number 45 for the Tigers, Eric Williams, along with, I want to say Jay Brody Messer. No. Ethan Short, number 51, was able to bring him down. But fourth down, and they're going to attempt a field goal, Jack. And we saw the kid kicking in pregame, and he's kicking 45 yards easy. So the holder will take a knee down on the 19-yard line, so it'll be a 29-yard attempt.
We almost blocked it. We're so close. It's going to go.
Good.
Wide left.
Tell you what, Jack, number 7 for the Tigers, Ken Truitt, came in
so close,
almost blocked that, and just enough. He might even deflected it, but just enough to go wide left. So, hey, good stand by the Tigers. They've allowed them to drive all the way down the field, bend but don't break. They came away with no points with 4:49 remaining in this third quarter of play.
Let's take a quick 30-second break. Back to the station. The Tigers will get the ball at the 20-yard line on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches. Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches. Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. 4:25 left to go in this third quarter play. 7-7 your score. Hardaway had driven the ball all the way down and kicked a field goal. They missed it. It was wide left. And now the Tigers have the ball. They're looking at 2nd down and 9 right now, as we're going to hand the ball off on the right side. We've gone to a running game, and Hardaway's reading it very well. Maybe a yard. We'll call it 3rd down and 8.
I see Kobe Harry from his side tackle running downfield to block. We've got to have some blocking on that offensive line if we're going to be able to run the ball against Hardaway. That's 2 plays, a yard gain. It's 3rd and 9. So, and of course, here's the coach up top for Hardaway hollering, watch number 8. He's talking about Cameron Russell. As you know, fans, Cameron's a playmaker and one that they always can go to and pretty much count on making a big play.
Crow will be back at the quarterback position once again. Backs up to pass. Got a man in his face quickly there back there. A lot of people missed their assignment. Throws it across the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver at the 38-yard line. So bring up 4th down for the Tigers once again.
That was 9th grader Kobe Hudson in and out of his hands, you said, and that was a nice pass, a 20-yard pass by Montez Crow. Would have been a 1st down out to about the 42-yard line. Kobe Hudson wished he had that back. But at the same time, again, it is 4th down and 9 as the ball's resting on the 21-yard line.
Over on that right side, there's 3 guys came across the line of scrimmage as soon as the ball was snapped, and they're right in Montez's face. We're missing assignments at the line of scrimmage.
And that's been happening a lot since our first possession where we scored that touchdown. So a late comer into the ball game as Carson Rayford stands on his own 7-yard line. So his 2nd timeout called by the Tigers in the third quarter of play. You hate to use those timeouts early, but you want to make sure you got your ducks in a row.
Let's take another break. 30 seconds back to the station. 7-7 your score right here on Eagle Sports.
Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. They are a top 100 hospital in 2016, and they're working every day to earn your family's trust. Stay connected and be a part of West Georgia's new thing, Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. They're glad to be here and glad to be a part of this community. Thank you again for you listening to tonight's broadcast as we are happy to bring it to you. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
3:25 left to go in the third quarter play. 7-7 is your score. The Troup High School Tigers are knotted up with the Hardaway Hawks. We're live from Connett Stadium over here in Columbus, Georgia. Beautiful facility here at Connett Stadium. They've got a brand new track going all the way around the field, new turf field. Things look great. It's like many of the turf fields set up for both soccer and for football. And now here come the Tigers. Carson Rayford on to punt the ball away. He'll stand inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line. Good snap. Steps up. Gets the kickoff. Nice spiral. Be taken at about the 38-yard line. He's across the 40, up to the 45, and we're going to grab him and pull him down right there at the 45-yard line. That's where Hardaway will have it, 1st and 10. Got your mic on there, and you can talk.
That's okay. A lot of folks probably don't want to hear me talk.
Oh, they can't. They want to hear you.
Good coverage by the Tigers. Good punt by Carson Rayford as he booms it back to the 35, 37-yard line, and about a 7-yard return up to the 45. And again, Hardaway held on to the ball and has had the ball most of the third period. We've only had it for maybe a minute.
I don't even think we got a minute.
Yeah, and so the defense is, you got to assume that, even though after a halftime break, they might be a little tired, but this is when you got to suck it up.
Slot left. 2 men in the backfield. Steps up. Hands the ball off to nice little trap inside. He gets to the 50. So a gain of about 5. They may give him 6. Brings up 2nd down and 4.
One of the things that I've seen on defense lately, and I just didn't want to comment, but we got to start attacking from a linebacker's position rather than when we see it, we stop and wait for the guy to come to me. And so I'm giving him another yard to get there. So we've got to attack that football at the middle side. We're doing a good job at attacking it to the outside, but once we see him come up the middle, we kind of just brace ourselves. What you really want to do is explode into that runner.
Well, especially with a 3-man front. Actually, we'll walk up the outside linebackers this time. Hand the ball off into the line. They'll be short of the first down. They'll bring up 3rd down and about 1.
Good job by Jatavian Smith again. Called his name a lot tonight so far from his middle linebacker position. He was actually on an outside stunt where he slants out across the face of the tackle. When he saw the tackle pull, he cuts back inside and saves that runner from getting the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Big play for the Tigers. You think, big play, really? But, yeah, they've had the ball the entire third quarter for the most part, except for our maybe 45-second possession series. And so the Tigers really need to generate some offense. So, yeah, big play for the Tigers here.
Long snap count. I think they jumped off sides. Let's see if they back him up.
Well, there's a whistle, and I think he's going to call it motion. Motion for Hardaway.
Yep.
He'll back him up 5.
I like that.
That'll make it, rather than 3rd and 2, 3rd and 7. That ball should back up to the 48-yard line, so back across midfield to the Hardaway side.
A whole different play call now for Hardaway. They'll have to do something different than what they had planned. Short yardage situation before, now back at the 3rd and about 7, almost 8, as you mentioned. Score from Callaway. They're leading LaGrange 13-0. They're in the third quarter as well. Actually, they were just they were delayed a little bit in that ball game, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Double wing set. They bring 2 men out. Put a man in motion to the far side. They're going to hand the ball off to him. Almost got him in the backfield. He'll get to the outside. We hit him. He'll get to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up 4th down and about 6 now for the Hardaway Hawks, and they will punt the ball away this time.
Hey, good job by Ken Truitt there. Turning it outside Jared Lane just really made that play happen. And then Ken Truitt came in and made that play, that tackle on the outside.
Almost got him in the backfield.
Yeah, so, again, still lost a couple of yards. So good job by the Tigers that time. And so we've got, looks like Cameron Russell back deep. Number 8 will be back on about the 15 to receive the punt. And, again, I'm not going to comment. This kid didn't do much of it in pregame, but I tell you what, the couple of times he's had an opportunity to punt in the game, he's really boomed it. And you can see the Tigers backing up now to the 15-yard line.
High snap. We don't have a rush coming on. He gets the kickoff. Wow, he booms a big one this time. Fair catch called, but it's going to bounce, and it's going to take a big Hardaway bounce.
Touch it.
Yeah, you've already called the fair catch. Get away from the ball. Ball will be down to inside the 5, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. 30 seconds back to the station, 7-7, right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows. No matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
The Tiger offense runs onto the field with 33 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. Their backs are to the wall. It's 7-7. Tigers need to get something going here to get out of this end zone. Crow going to air it out to the far side. And actually, that play's going to be whistled dead. I think they're going to
motion
call. Yep.
So we're going to back it up half a distance to go. We're on the 4, so we'll back it up to the 2. And, I was about to comment with 33 seconds left. The last time we had 33 seconds left, we actually had a pretty good play on a 47-yard return. This time we was going to do a go route, and Crow threw the ball. It went and hit the side judge's feet at about the 29-yard line. So a nice little spiral pass. It just to no avail. It was motion. So dead ball foul. It'll back it up. Still be first down.
Got somebody down here on this near side.
That's Jack Schweitzer. It looks like he may have a cramp now. So he's going to lay down and get stretched out. Coach Darryl Truitt's over there taking a look at him.
Well, this is also a time where the officials send him off to the sideline to get some water.
Mm-hmm.
You have a young man down like that. It's a good time to do that, especially as a lot of exhaustion that's hitting these kids. This is really, first real ball game. That you had the guys that they played the first half last week. You had the young kids come in the second half, but this is the first full ball game for these guys, and it's a whole lot different between practice and really doing the game in real time.
Yes, I'm sorry. They were singing "Happy Birthday," and I was.
It's not yours.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's my unbirthday. Yeah, I just want to comment.
Go ahead.
You guys, you fans that have always come down to Connect Stadium to see the Tigers play, and historically, really no team in Columbus, even in Shaw's. I won't say in their heyday, but they had half a stand full, a spackling of people, and it's just all of a sudden it just wasn't that big of a deal, but. I'm telling you, you could see some renewed excitement in Hardaway. I mean, the stands on the home side is probably as full as I've ever seen it. I know it's been a couple of years since we've been here, and the Tigers travel well. They've got more than half of the side, the visitor side full. So what a great turnout for tonight's game of a couple of 1-9 teams from last year.
Well, great support for the band and the team as well on the far side.
Absolutely.
Crow will stand in the end zone to take the snap. Takes it, steps up. Airs the ball out in the flats. This is the play they tried to run a minute ago. Steps up. Did he catch it? They're going to say he missed it on the far side right at the 30. But a gorgeous play. Everything was there, but he was in double coverage over on the far side.
Well, we still need to I appreciate the go route, and we kind of told Hardaway what we were going to do earlier. But with 18 seconds left, it is now 3rd down and 13.
Second down because we did have the penalty earlier.
We still need a first down. And otherwise we're going to be punting from back of the end zone. And, you're asking Carson to really boom one, but it'd be nice to get a drive going and sustain a drive. So it's something you've got to do here.
Let's have the ball the whole fourth quarter. How about that?
Why don't we do that? Absolutely.
Crow claps his hands, gets the ball, gets across the line of scrimmage, and that was scary. We almost got tackled in the end zone.
Well, it goes back to you never know. So we hand it off to Jackson Davis from 2 yards deep. He it's kind of an inside trap. He runs up inside, and Brandon Turner, the center, is holding his right elbow, and that's probably if he's strong right-sided, that's his snapping hand. So he maybe gets a little break at 3rd down and 11 as a third quarter ends.
That'll be the end of the third quarter of play. We'll put a fresh 12 minutes on the clock, and we'll come back in just a few minutes. 60 seconds back to the station. 7-7 is our score right here on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9 or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange. Hey, football fans, Rob and Joel Upchurch from Remax Results wants to say thank you to you. Yeah, you, because you said things like call Rob or call Joel if you need that house sold. Why? Well, we'd like to think you said that because they think about selling houses every day. So when you list your house with Rob or Joel Upchurch, your property will be in front of potential buyers 24 hours a day. So call Joel or Rob Upchurch and enjoy the game.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Tigers with their backs against the wall. 3rd down. They're short of just short of the 5-yard line. So the ball resting on the 4. Crow will be in the backfield with a man just to his left. They put a man in motion from the far side. They're going to hand the ball off to him. He loses the ball in the end zone. Let's see who gets on it. Touchdown, Hardaway. As they get down on the ball. Problem in the handoff as Crow tries to get the handoff. They're in the end zone. It falls out, and Hardaway very aptly gets down on it. That'll give them a touchdown. So now they'll go and they'll try the point after touchdown there. So instead of working to get a first down, we lose it. Not just a fumble to lose possession, but a fumble in the end zone that gives Hardaway the ball, and they'll put 6 up there. So 13-7 is your score right now. They're sending their kicking team onto the field to kick the point after touchdown. They kind of line up to the left side of the line of scrimmage. Not really a swinging gate as a lot of teams will do. Greg stepped away for just a minute, and just the wrong time to go away as we fumble the ball in the end zone. Hardaway picks it up, gets a touchdown. Snap, hold, kick is up.
There's a secret.
And this kick
to
is good.
Injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to recap what just happened. The Tigers, really their backs to the wall, tried to run an outside sweep. Brought in the slot receiver from the far side. Crow tried to hand the ball off to him. A little problem with the handoff. It falls on the ground. Hardaway gets on it in the end zone. They pick up 6 points. They get the point after touchdown. So it's 14-7 with 11:52 left to go in this contest. So the Tigers got their work cut out for them. They've got to move the ball better on offense. They've really struggled in this second half. Really, actually, the first drive, they did really well. They moved the ball, a nice mix of things, but really haven't been able to make things happen, and the line is really struggling.
And so why are the Tigers on that side of the field? Should be reversed.
The ball is on the wrong side. Yeah. You're exactly right.
I wonder if anybody knows this other than the white hat.
I think the white hat just noticed that we've got to move the ball.
And
flip them. Come on, flip them. Yep,
there we go. Wow.
He was paying attention.
Hey, and we're rusty.
Well, and I'll tell you this, Greg. I will say this, and I don't know that I've ever said this in this city. The officials tonight in Columbus, Georgia, have done an excellent job.
I would agree with that. So kudos to them. Kudos to them. Just means that our Tigers get tired now. They got to run 100 yards. So let's run another one. I tell you what, third quarter was just a bust for the Tigers. We generated no offense.
Gave them the ball the whole time.
We generated a lot of defense. Unfortunately, it was going backwards because they had the ball out of 12 minutes. They probably had it 10 and a half, you know.
Yeah. There's the kick. It's going to go into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20. Tigers will have it there 1st and 10.
Just looking down, good coverage by the Hardaway Hawks. I saw Dre Flagg really lay a lick on one of the defenders there. So, but Tigers really, they got to sit down and they got to think, all right, guys, we really got to make something happen now.
It's going back to what we talked about earlier in pregame on our way up here. It's the will to win. Mm-hmm. It's thinking, I'm going to win this game. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to get there. But I'm going to win this game. Right now, Hardaway has the momentum. That's a big play to get the ball in the end zone, to come away with a touchdown. But right now, they're the ones thinking, we've got the momentum. Tigers have got to turn it around here.
Well, and I could be mistaken, but we didn't really have the ball in the third quarter. What we did have it in the second quarter, we really didn't do anything with it.
Well, we punted the ball 3 times in the second quarter.
With the exception of the first drive of the game, we haven't looked that great on offense, so we really got to pull it back in and do something with this.
They had a stunt going against us. We're going to toss it on the far side and get good yardage up the field, almost a busted play. Crow had to dodge one guy, but he gets the ball out to the far side. We pick up a first down and more to the 35.
It was a designed option play. He did get stalled, he as in Crow, as he's moving to the outside. And then when he got tied up at the waist, he actually had to pitch it with his right hand upside down. Actually had to pitch it out with his right. It was a lateral, and we were able to pick up a first down. Jackson Davis was able to take that pitch and move forward with it. Now what the referee is looking over at the sidelines, and he's pushing his hand up to the sky. And I don't know.
Reset the play clock.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned that last year, that when he does that little raise the roof motion, he's resetting the play clock. Crow. Again, they got a man right in his face as soon as the ball snapped. We got a man open. They're going to intercept it, though.
Well, and
intercept at the 50. He's still on his feet to the 45-40. We swarm him as he gets to the 37-yard line.
There is a flag on the play, but that will be declined as we had holding by, I want to say it was, I really is on the left side of the offensive line, and now Ethan Short is down on the play trying to make a tackle, number 51. So let's see what was wrong with him. But this is where these guys, I know they're hurting, but you got to step it up. Somebody's got to step up and say, hey, guys, let's regroup. We're losing this thing, and it's getting away from us, and it's getting away quickly. Let's take a regroup. So I hate it that he's injured, but maybe that's the time that coach can gather them on the sideline and get their attention. You follow me? Get their attention.
Well, 11:22. There's still a lot of time left in this ball game.
Ton of time.
Let's take a quick 30 seconds. The Hardaway Hawks will have the ball resting on the 36-yard line right here on Eagle Sports.
Hey, football fans, Rob and Joel Upchurch from Remax Results wants to say thank you to you. Yeah, you, because you said things like call Rob or call Joel if you need that house sold. Why? Well, we'd like to think you said that because they think about selling houses every day. So when you list your house with Rob or Joel Upchurch, your property will be in front of potential buyers 24 hours a day. So call Joel or Rob Upchurch and enjoy the game.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
We still have a man down on the field for the Tigers, and I think they're going to be able to get him off the field. It's like the left leg is giving him a hard time there.
When Ethan went to make the tackle, I saw where he had planted, and the guy basically cut inside and he just rolled his ankle over, and that's what really hurts.
Take a minute to get him off the field. He's still hurting a little bit. Tough break for the Tigers. 2 turnovers back-to-back. One a lost fumble in the end zone, and now an interception that gives Hardaway the ball. Ball resting on the 36. Time for something big to happen for the Tigers. We need a big play here to get some momentum back our side. 14-7 is your score. Hardaway leading right now. They break the huddle. They did decline the penalty earlier.
Well, there'll be a while. Easton's still on the hash mark, so they're not in a hurry. Hardaway's coming back into the huddle.
Yep. Again, Greg and I mentioned a little bit ago, we'll be with you all through the Troup season this year. There'll be if you're used to listening to us kind of do Callaway games and Troup games this year we're going to pretty much exclusively be doing Troup. Got a good team that's going to be doing the Callaway games, and, of course, Michael Buchanan and his group doing the LaGrange games as a part of the Eagle family this year. They put a wing to the left side. The quarterback forward, under center. Long snap count this time. Steps back. Got that outside trap. He's going to get to the outside. We drag him down as he gets across the 30 to the 34. They're yelling horse collar, but really he did not. He got him really around the shoulder pads and brought him down from behind.
No, that was an excellent tackle by Jack Schweitzer. Had him by one hand, by the jersey, and just would not let him go.
Yeah.
Gained of 3, but it would have been real easy for Jack to say, oh, that hurts, and let him go.
Mm-hmm.
We had Macente Stafford pursuing him, but it would probably gain a first down. So 2nd down and 6 for the Hawks.
They break the huddle, very consistent in their play calling. They put a man wide to this near side. They'll walk the 2 wings back up the line of scrimmage, leaving a single back to the backfield in Lee. Man going in motion from the far side. They're going to pass the ball, looking downfield. They got somebody in his face. We got to bring him down. He dodges 3 guys, throws it to the outside. That's going to be grounding.
That'll be a penalty for sure. But, we had Tigers all over him, but we just not locking him up. Hey, you give the kid kudos, man. He's a good little athlete, and you put it in his hand and let him scramble. He's a playmaker, but it was very obvious that he threw it out over Coach Glisson's head. Kind of wish he Coach Glisson, maybe Coach could have intercepted.
Tanner should have jumped up there and grabbed that ball.
Yeah, I think that would have been legal. But at any rate, that'll be a penalty assessed against the Hawks as they move it backwards. It was 2nd down and 6. It will be no better than 3rd down and 11 or 3rd down and 16.
Waiting for the intentional grounding against them. Loss of down.
Absolutely.
So they'll be 3rd down and 11 for Hardaway. I don't know how you can boo that, guys. Come on. That was pretty obvious. He's trying to hit the bullseye on the yard marker.
Coach Glisson is really arguing we should have gotten more back on that. So
Now they haven't moved the chain as far as the number. There goes the third down. Hardaway coming back. They're at the line of scrimmage. Ball resting on the 38-yard line. They'll walk the two wings to the outside. Forward under center. Puts a man in motion back to the left side. He's still got the ball looking to throw. Throws it. Got a man out there who catches it. And he could go 5 into the end zone. And Hardaway will have another touchdown off of the turnover.
A little, I call it a pinch route. The slot back delayed a little bit and then ran. It was a crossing pattern, and you had what they call a pick route, and he wound up being on the outside, wide open between the hash marks and the sidelines. Nice pass by the quarterback. What can you say? Well executed by Hardaway. Hardaway's come in with a really, really good game plan. Kudos to the Hawks. So with 10 minutes and 19 seconds to go in this ball game, Hardaway has scored their third touchdown, making it 20-7, awaiting the point after touchdown. Has a chance to go up by 2 touchdowns, two full touchdowns if it's made.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. 21-7, your score with 10-19 left to go. Hardaway leading this one. Listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Hi, friends. Just like to hear. Turn your car around and head to Key of LaGrange for your chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime trip. One lucky winner from Key of LaGrange will win a trip for 2 to California to see Luke Bryan. That includes plane tickets, meet and greet, and tickets to the show. Simply stop by a dealership to register. It's that easy. While you're here, check out the 16 Rio LX, which can be yours for only $12,900. 1217 Lafayette Parkway, your headquarters for summer fun. KeyofLaGrange.com.
Trip valued at $2,000. No purchase necessary. See dealer for complete details. Price plus tax, sack, and title. Stop number 18626.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Well, we started off very well. The Tigers drove down and got a touchdown in the first quarter of play. A mix of the pass and finally a run at the end. Looked very good. Held on very strong through the first half. 7-7 is the way we win at the end. We almost scored a touchdown there at the end, but the wheel's kind of coming off, Greg.
It is. Offensively, we just simply got to get the ball rolling. We really haven't done anything to mount anything since the first possession of the game.
Well, and the key is our blocking. We've got a guy in the face of Montez Crow every time as the ball. Carson Rayford does a good job of getting the ball. Excuse me, not Carson Rayford. That's Hardaway kicking the ball.
Gets in the end zone. Tigers will take it first down and 10
from
at the 20-yard line. So, but, yeah, we've got to generate some offense. Got to just, hey, look, there's 10 minutes, 19 seconds to go in this ball game. Plenty of time, and I hate to keep saying that as if I sound desperate, but
there is plenty of time.
I'm really not liking, really, when you really go back and evaluate the last 2 quarters, the Tigers really have done little of anything offensively and have been really challenged on defense to the point where, they ended the second quarter in a long drive and a touchdown. And then the third quarter was on defense the entire third quarter. And for the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter have now given up a second touchdown, one on a fumble in the end zone to end the quarter, and now another one on a little pass play, 30-yard pass play. So the Tigers, down by 2 touchdowns, have to change these events.
So here we go. Got a little surge up the middle. Going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Design play where Crow just takes the ball on a fake handoff, goes off right guard, between right guard and tackle, up the center of the gut, and he'll pick up. We thought before they're going to back him up to give him 3 yards. So 2nd down and 7 as the ball's resting on the 23-yard line of the Tigers.
Yeah, not a good spot at all for the Tigers on that play.
They
look to the sideline to get their play. Break the huddle. Not really huddling up, looking to the side to pull those in.
That's right. 21-7 is your game if you're tuning in and out, is your score. Hardaway over Troup. 9 minutes and 38 seconds left in this contest.
We're not really set before we hand the ball off to our tailback. We're going to pick up a first down as we keep our feet to the 35-yard line. Going to go out of bounds, but they're going to say that he went down in. Actually, now they stop the clock.
Jackson Davis, really a nice run. Nice little handoff, Crow to Davis. Davis, a junior tailback, has really done a good job just grinding those legs, cutting in, cutting outside, and just gaining yards. He's the kind of guy, kind of like a Trey Mason from Auburn a couple years ago, where he broke Bo Jackson's single-season record. But he's just the kind of guy you can give the ball to. He gets stronger as the game goes on.
Yep.
And when you need somebody like that, Jackson Davis is a go-to guy.
Trips to the far side. We'll hand the ball off to our tailback, Go around the left side. Nice little surge up the field. You got probably a hold on that far side against the Tigers.
Either a hold or a unintentional face mask or whatever, because the Tigers are kind of pointing. But let's see what happens. Now we got a hold. So it's kind of tough when you're moving forward. You're moving north, and then you got to take it back south 5 yards from the spot of the foul.
So now to the 30, 25. So only a 10-yard penalty. But still, that's a lot, as we've now got to get to the 45 for a first down. You know, we've gone away from the intermittent pass, Greg. We tried to go deep. We tried to run the ball. But that little, you know, the across the middle that we've had some stuff out in the flat.
Yeah.
We just have gone away from some of those plays. That inside slant behind the linebackers was working well. Crow will pass the ball across the middle, complete to the 45. A first down for the Tigers.
Ball's on the ground.
No, he's down.
Yeah, he's down. And he gets out past the 45, almost to midfield at the 48-yard line. And that's actually Vicente Stafford, number 6. He gets up kind of limping, and what you don't want to have happen is, I know you got some guys going both ways, and he's an athlete for sure, but you need him at free safety on defense as well.
Good job. That time, Crow actually had a little time to pass the ball. He's able to get it across the middle. We just said we need to go back to the intermittent play, and there it was. Here come the Tigers. Wants to go. Crow, again, stays in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. He'll pass the ball, throw across the middle. Oh, little high. Pass intended that time for number 7, Ken Truitt.
Ken Truitt, kind of high and behind him. He was pumped in the back about the time he jumped up, but again, the ball was they're going to rule it as non-catchable. Yeah. So even if it was some contact, it would go unintentional, no flag. So second down and 10. So just as you talk about, you know, kind of going away from what we did on the opening series, they have a habit of listening to us through the years, and so they picked up on it, and then they're going back to the passing game. But got to do something to generate some offense.
Got to move the ball. 8:22 left to go. 21-7. The Tigers trailing. Crow has a man in his face, throws across the middle, a little screen. I don't see a flag because we did have a man. The screen pass is what we had set up. They got to him just as he threw the ball.
And Cameron Russell is down on the ground. Another injury. Don't know what we've got going on, but we'll see what he's done. He's rolling and rolling and rolling. Don't know if it's a cramp or if it's knee or what have you. But we apologize for the extraneous noise in the background. It's one of the Hardaway coaches yelling. And so if you hear any language coming out, it's certainly not coming from Jack and I, but we apologize for that.
No, we just write ours down.
Yeah, we
8:16 left to go in this ball game. 21-7 in favor of Hardaway. Let's take a quick 30-second break. Back to the station right here on Eagle Sports.
It's here. Yes, it's really here. Dippin' Dots ice cream at Holmes Pharmacy. So when you ask yourself, how do I cool off from this heat? It's Dippin' Dots at Holmes Pharmacy. Try birthday cake, rainbow, chocolate, cookie and cream, cotton candy, red berry, cookie dough, and everybody's favorite banana split. So grab the kids for Dippin' Dots ice cream at Holmes Pharmacy. And while you're there, check out the positive messages on T-shirts and drink cups from Cherish Girl. It's what your young lady should be wearing. All this and more at Holmes Pharmacy in Hamilton and Commerce Avenue in LaGrange.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. They're still working on a Troup High School Tiger down the field. Who's that, Greg? Trying to look to see who that is that they're working on down there. I believe that's, well, I can't see the way his jersey is there. It does look like a cramp. They're working on that leg. Officials coming over to check on him. He'll pop up there. Again, that was number 8, Cameron Russell. He'll walk off the field under his own power, which is good. 8:16 left to go in this ballgame. 21-7. Third down for the Tigers right now.
Good job of Russell getting up. I was just talking to Mike Rayford, our film guy. He was saying that as the play was happening, you know, Russell turns around and just got nailed in the back. So good job that he's up and at him. But, you know, and it's kind of interesting to listen to the Hardaway coaching staff. You know, it's, hey, you got to watch that screen. Hey, don't forget, you got to watch that option. And don't forget that go route. Oh, and be careful of the inside trap.
There's several things that they could do.
What do you watch for? You know, you just get up and play football. It's just kind of fun when you got these coaches all hyped up.
Crow will pass the ball across the middle. Complete to the 40, 35-30. Hit, spun down at the 24-yard line. A big play for the Tigers and a first down inside the 25-yard line.
So junior Montez Crow hits freshman backup quarterback and all-around good athlete Kobe Hudson on an inside slant, picks up 30 yards inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line.
They're quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Good job of getting down there. There's the snap. This time we're going to fake the handoff. Crow will roll to his right. He's got a man open as Schweitzer going to get the ball, go out of bounds. It's about the 19-yard line.
He'll pick up about 4 yards and stops the clock, kind of gives him time to think about it. Would have liked to had a few more yards out of it, but Crow had to turn around. It was kind of his safety valve out there in the flat, but he was close enough between the numbers and the sidelines that Jack was able to. And Jack really has good hands. I said he picked up 4. They give him about 6 yards. Yep. It'll be second down and 4.5 maybe for the Tigers. Ball's on the 18-yard line of the Hardaway Hawks.
Tigers break the huddle, make their way back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be Crow. He'll be back in the shotgun set as he has been the whole ball game. Takes a snap. Good hands. Throws it. And almost picked off in and out of the hands of the intended receiver and Cameron Russell.
Intended receiver, Macente
Stafford.
That's fine.
The 6 and the 8 are throwing me off tonight.
And right now Montez is batting about 500. He's about 50% on his little slant patterns. He's been behind on Truitt and behind on Stafford a couple times. And just that previous pass, he was dead on with Kobe, and he was dead on early with Cameron Russell. So right now he's got to get his percentage of completions on that slant route because that's one of the easier throws.
Yep, slot left, wide right. Takes the snap. Going to toss it going around the left side, but they read it very well. Going to get us in the backfield at the 25-yard line. Lose about 6 on that one. Brings up 4th down and 11.
Hey, kudos to the outside corner, number 17 for the Hardaway Hawks. He simply just outplayed Kobe Hudson that time and made the play. It'll be 4th down and 11. Tigers got a decision. The clock's running. Either you're going to kick a field goal or you're going to go for it. One of the two, but you got to make a decision.
Well, you got to go for it. There's no punting the ball at all here.
No. I'm talking about a potential field goal attempt. But you got this ball's on the 24-yard line, so it's 4th down and 11. Tigers is seriously in a must get a first down situation, no doubt about it.
Men in motion, looking. Crow going to air the ball off to the corner. Going to be
touchdown.
Touchdown, Tigers!
9th grader Kobe Hudson. Nice job. He kind of just eased off his corner, jumped up. Nice throw by Montez Crow. Good job. Troup Tigers. Excellent play call by Kelby Holt, offensive coordinator for the Tigers.
Well, I almost said, I'd love to see him maybe pump, fake, and go to the corner because we haven't thrown a corner route at all so far.
So you're thinking telepathically now.
Holt and I are thinking each other.
Somehow, Jack, we always get to play the sideline. It's okay. It happened. Touchdown Tigers with 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go. They're pulling back within a touchdown as we got a late comer onto the PAT team. And let's see. So the ball is snapped.
Hold. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 21-14. It's a ball game. 7 minutes left. Don't run the clock. It's the end of the quarter. They're still running the clock on an untimed play. Why are we running the clock? Stop the clock.
Like about
7:02 should be back on there.
I was going to say 7 or 8 seconds ran off the clock. So
we need every second we can get. But we're going to keep it here. We're not even going to listen to the sponsors because we need every second we got to have. They're leaving 6:55 up there, but it was 7:02 when we kicked the extra point on an untimed play, which means the clock's not supposed to run. We'll wait and see what they do here. We'll keep it here. 21-14 is your score. Tigers got to make something happen here. We got to stop them, get the ball back, and get the ball back down the field. I'd love to tie this thing up with about, I'm going to say with 3:50 in the ball game, we're going to have the ball down and we're going to be close to tying it up.
Well, I hope you're right, Jack. Interesting ball game. I tell you, I repeat, I don't know what Hardaway's been going through the last 10 years, but the bottom line is they weren't good at all. They were even worse than the Tigers ever thought about being. But this year, they look pretty good. And, they got a coaching staff to go with it. If the coaching staff on the field is half as fired up as this guy up here, wow. Yeah. He's intense.
Yeah, he is very. We need to put him in a tent so we don't have to hear him.
Kind of reminds me. He was fussing about they're not good at all. I don't know if he's talking about the Tigers or his guys, but reminds me one of our former Troup coaches yelled and said he hated his job. Well, he's no longer with the Tigers now. He's somewhere else, but we don't need that kind of
negativity
in our organization for sure.
Not at all. So it looks like a penalty.
I was going to say.
Was assessed against the folks from Hardaway.
Now we've got the hands team in, and Rayford's on the far, on the Troup hash marks. Don't be surprised if we don't try to. Okay, be surprised.
And he kicks it out of the back of the end zone. They'll bring it to the 21st and 10 for Hardaway. But no time goes off the clock, especially since we lost about 10 seconds. Yeah, 10 seconds.
So if that was an onside kick, he did a great job.
It was on
Actually, he missed the cue on that one.
That's an outside kick.
That was a decoy play for sure. They'll set them up next time. You never know. But, hey, speaking of an onside kick, you take that when you got 10 men up tight in 2 rows and you pooch kick it over their head, that's a free ball, man. That's a live ball. So you never know. Just because it has to go 10 yards, you can recover it at 40 yards down the field.
Ball rests on the 20-yard line. Here comes Hardaway. A little slow to the line of scrimmage this time. They're feeling the effects of the weather as it's cooling off a little bit. A little wind coming to us now. 6:55 left to go. 21-14 in favor of Hardaway. They have the ball. The quarterback's forward is under center. 2 men in the backfield behind him. Long snap count. Steps back out, hands it off on a trap play. We grab him and pull him down from behind.
Khalif Thornton, that was all. Khalif Thornton, sophomore, jumps. I mean, he met him in the backfield. That should go. It's going to go about a half-yard loss, but he caught him in the backfield.
He is fired up, too.
And the only reason they're not moving the marker is because Khalif threw him forward at the line of scrimmage, but probably should have been at least a 2-yard loss. But good job by the Tigers. Good job by Khalif Thornton.
Clock continues to tick. 6:37 left to go. Here they come. The center, boy, he bless his heart. It's taking about 5 seconds to get from the huddle to the line of scrimmage.
Well, right now, up 7 with 6:26 to go in the game. They have no incentive to be in a hurry, though, Jack.
That's true. There's the handoff again behind the line of scrimmage. We're going to back him up to the 15. So that's a 5-yard loss. It goes out of bounds. That'll stop the clock as well.
Well, good job by Kobe Hudson. Again, the 9th grader that we've talked about. For the most part, had a great ball game tonight. Had a couple of mistakes, but he's had more positives than he's had negative. And just that, when he ran the kid out back to the 15-yard line, the yard marker was on the 20, and it was 2nd down and 10, so they lost 5 yards on that. So excellent outside pursuit by both Khalif Thornton and Kobe Hudson. So it'll be 3rd down and 15. As you're right, they didn't have to be in a hurry because the clock didn't run by going out of bounds. So still 6:15 remaining in this contest.
Double wing set, single back in the backfield, forward under center. Puts a man in motion going back to the right side. He'll step up inside trap. We got to stop that. He gets to the 20, back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe 21. That'll be 4th down, and Hardaway will have to punt the ball away.
He'll pick up 6 yards, but it'll be 4th down and 9 from the 21-yard line. And no doubt Hardaway should punt it unless they feel so confident that they can get 9. And if they do it, they'll have to do it on a fake punt. So we'll see what happens as looks like Ken Truitt is backing up. And of course, the number 21 he has had some of the punts he's had. They've all been stupendous. So we've got Kobe Hudson back as well as Ken Truitt to receive this punt. So we've got 9 guys on the line of scrimmage to try to block this punt.
Snap, high snap. He steps up. He gets off. It's the shortest punt he's had. He takes just kind of dives there about the 50 to the 49. That's a good move for the Tigers. Hey, guys, what I say? 521 inside of 350 is where I want to be. Let's take a break. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
He had him wide open.
Welcome back. The Tigers going back down the side of the field. Jack Schweitzer, the intended receiver, going to overthrow him. That'll stop the clock at 5:15. So it's 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers.
Schweitzer, Jack, had gotten behind the corner and was really 2 yards behind him. And it was a simple thing where Crow just simply overthrew him. A little softer touch, and he knows that would have been a touchdown for Schweitzer.
2nd down, clock has stopped. Trips to the left. little bit of high snap. Crow does a good job of bringing it down. He's going to have to run the ball. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Clock continues to tick. It'll be 3rd down now and 11.
All right, so we've got 2 downs. Boom. So it's always a gamble. Okay, it's always a gamble when on the go route, and it's happened about 30% of the time, which is about average on a go route when you get it. So we've overthrown them 3 or 4 times, but we've hit 1. So rethink that strategy, I guess, as you're planning your next. Because if it hits, it's wonderful. If it doesn't hit, you all of a sudden, boom, you're down 2 down. So 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers.
Trips left once again, man wide this near side. Crow will take it. He'll fake the handoff, looking. Got guys in his face. He's dancing. He goes down deep in his backfield.
He looked up, and all of a sudden his primary looked over to his secondary. They're both covered. He tucks it, tries to dance his way out of the backfield, couldn't do it, winds up taking a sack. So that's what that's going to do, is that's going to cause the Tigers. Yes, we got it. We took the ball in possession, but they was beyond that overthrown ball to Jack Schweitzer, which, man, we wish we had it back because he was wide open.
Yep.
The next 3 plays were basically a total bust. So the Tigers, with 4 minutes to go and the clock running, Carson Rayford will be back on a 30-yard line.
Snap. Nobody's coming after him. And he gets off the best kick of the night, and he needed it right now. Inside the 20. Fair catch called for at the 16-yard line.
We'll take it. And so the clock stops with 3:48. And again, hey, you mentioned inside of 3 minutes, really just inside of 4 minutes. This is where the Tigers have got to come up defensively with something to be proud of, maybe a turnover or whatever. But we've got to have something to happen.
It's got to be 3 and out. That's really what they've got to do. Got to stop them. I'll tell you what, though, the Tigers in this ballgame, really, the 3rd quarter we didn't show up.
Yeah.
But the 4th quarter they're fighting. Got a little bit more energy, a little more liveliness to their step.
Yep.
And let's see what can happen here as Hardaway comes back to the line of scrimmage. They're looking at 1st and 10. They get the ball resting right at the 17-yard line. They'll go again with that wing tee.
We've got some storms coming in out of the west. You can see them over the pine trees of the visitor side. So if you guys are listening, as you're going home, be safe as you might run into some hard rain.
Wings go to the right side. Double tight end set. Going to back up, hand the ball off. They're going to try to go to the outside. They cut back inside. It gets a big yardage across the 30, down to the 35-yard line, and the 1st down for Hardaway.
It's just one of those things where Truitt made that tackle, but not after he gained 14 yards and a 1st down. Just one of those things where it just took time to develop, and he scooted up 3 yards, 5 yards, 8 yards, and next thing you know, you got the football, and you tackle him. And it's like, did you not see the football? Tricky, and that's the tricky thing about the wing tee. Hey, at a high
Who's
school,
got the ball?
At the high school level, you can do so much.
It is the shell game of football. It really
Absolutely.
is. Back to the wing tee. Ford will go under center. He'll have a double wing set, single back in the backfield. No split ends. Backs up, hands to the inside trap. We've got the inside trap down. We drive him back. No gain on that play.
J. Brody Messer, nice tackle at the line of scrimmage, along with 31 for the Tigers. Dietrich Tucker, Messer made the initial contact, and, man, they just drove him back. So a loss of 1 yard, but still, sure did look good when they're driving him back.
Yes. Of course, the clock continues to tick. 2:53 left to go in this ball game.
So I'm sure that Coach Holtz over there with his offensive unit
knows
kind
what
of thinking
the next
about what
5 plays scripted.
Because you're going to be inside the 2 minutes if you stop them. And what you can't allow those big plays to happen because that's just a backbreaker there.
Man in motion. Quickly, they hand the ball off. He's going to try to get to the outside. Stringing out. So he cuts back inside. We get him across the 35 to the 37-yard line. The clock continues to run, brings up 3rd down.
I was going to say it looked like he fumbled the football, but they're going to call him down. But Jack Schweitzer comes up all excited about the football. Now the hat guy says, sir, I'm going to penalize you if you don't get down and get that football.
Pick it up, but I can't bend over.
Support the blue. Back to black. Is that what that is? Back to stripe.
No, that's AC/DC, back in black.
Oh, back in black. Okay. All right.
Back in black.
I knew I was backing up something somewhere. So, clock's running. 2 minutes and 2 seconds. 2 minutes and 1. 2 minutes. Inside of 2 minutes now. 3rd down and 8. Hardaway is in absolutely no hurry.
They're taking their time. They're watching the clock, and they will probably call a timeout here.
They have
the quarterback's over here on this near side.
They have 3 left. They might as well drench it.
They call a timeout with 1:45. They're going to try to run all the time they can off the clock. They take a timeout. We take one as well. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
State Farm, this is Gwen.
Salutations, Gwen. I have car insurance, but I want to protect the rest of the stuff in my apartment. Some of my action figures were ruined recently.
We can add a renter's policy. For the cost of one action figure, we can protect your entire army of action figures against fire, theft, burst pipes.
Great! You have no idea how hard it is untangling wet alien hair.
Add renter's insurance to your auto policy and get to a better state. State Farm.
For a money-saving way to protect your possessions, call Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 1240 AM LaGrange and W245AW 96.9 FM LaGrange. You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM 1240 AM and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. We're coming down to the closing moments of this contest. The Tigers trailing 21-14 with 1:45. Hardaway has the ball. 3rd down and 8. They break the huddle, make their way back up the line of scrimmage. Tigers really need to hold them. Try to get the ball back as quick as they can and then take another shot at the end zone to hopefully tie this thing up. Ford, the quarterback, will go back under center. Puts a wing to the right side. Takes his time. There's a snap. Backs off, hands the ball off, going around the right side. We're going to tackle him and get across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Short of the first down. 4th down now. And a timeout called by the Tigers.
It'll be 4th and 4, and that will be the last timeout the Tigers could have. So they just to keep any more time running off the clock. Not a bad strategy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's get the ball back with as much time as we possibly can.
And we'll worry about the sidelines or using it as the timeout, if you will, or stop the clock method. But if you don't call this timeout, another 28 seconds are going to run off that clock.
Yep.
And then you got to punt it. And then now you're 28 seconds left with one timeout.
Well, and that's also whenever they whistle the ball in.
Yeah.
They still got to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, then whistle
the clock.
Yep.
Yeah. So
you could have lost 30, 35 seconds.
That was a good timeout call for sure. So with 1 minute and 40 seconds to recap, Hardaway 21, Troup 14. Ball's resting on the Hardaway 41-yard line. They'll be punting the ball away. Ken Truitt is going to go back deep for your Tigers. We haven't been able to return this guy's punts. It's either been short, it's been wobbly, it's been over his head, over our receiver's head. So it would be nice to get a decent return back because we definitely need it. But then when the Tigers get back on offense, now we've got to have some strategy to use that sideline as a help stop the clock as we move it.
There's a snap. Gets the ball off. Call a fair catch back at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
So nice job. You have 4 Hardaway Hawks all over Ken Truitt. So Truitt, nice job. Good athlete, good hands, is able to put the ball in. They're going to mark it down on the 22-yard line. So we've got 78 yards to go in 1 minute and 34.6 seconds in this ball game, at least in regulation. So let's see what the Tigers can come up with. Running plays just doesn't seem to be with 1 minute and 34 in that repertoire.
Well, let's go back to the first of the ball game. We had a passing, a kind of a dink and dunk, get it down the field, and it worked very effectively.
Yeah.
This is a short time situation. I think we need to go back to the first 10 plays that we ran to start the ball game and put the ball in the end zone.
Well, and I would agree with that. The only exception being is that Hardaway's had this whole game to make those adjuststings.
Well,
and
we got a block too.
Yeah. But, so it may not be as beneficial or as same outcome. Now Hardaway's calling a timeout.
Well, they had a guy coming off the field. They were fixing to have 12 men on the field, so they had to call a timeout.
Okay.
They didn't want to give the Tigers 5 more yards up the field, of course. Let's just keep it here. 1:34 left to go in this contest. We got a little bit more momentum, a little bit more energy in this fourth quarter play. Again, as we mentioned, a nice first quarter for the Tigers. Kind of held our own, 7-7 going into halftime. Third quarter really didn't show up. It was just a tough time for the Tigers. Fourth quarter, though, we kind of got things moving again. 21-14, the Tigers were able to put a touchdown in the fourth quarter. And now this is really the drive of the ballgame, and really something that could be one of the things that kind of sets the tone for the season. How do you respond in this difficult situation?
Right. Well, we think about it, Jack. This first game of the year, we've had several scenarios that kind of tested you. Mm-hmm. We've had a scenario where we started off fast, we scored, and then we really didn't do anything. And then they came back with 33 seconds to go until halftime. They scored. We came right back with 33 seconds and ended the halftime with 0.2 seconds left on the clock. Should have had another play. A lot of things that don't happen in the first ball game of the year like that.
Crow going to air it out down the middle of the field, and the ball's going to be tipped out of bounds.
here's where you've got to be careful, both offense and defensively, as you're airing the ball out and you kind of stop. If you get hand contact or you're pushing, either pushing away offensively or you're pushing defensively, you always risk that flag. And what you don't want, part of the strategy you want to do is to kind of almost like a lean in, trying to get a foul on the inside the paint shot,
right?
Basketball. You really want that corner to go up and grab you and pull you down and stuff. So right now to no avail. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers.
Feel the wind blowing, the weather's changing. Crow going to pass the ball. Nice pass across the middle of the field. Caught.
And that's the first down.
There's a first down. That'll stop the clock to move the chains.
Stops the kids. Nice catch by Macente Stafford. He is actually hurt. He's really hurt. The coach is telling him to lay on the ground. And now they're going to stop the clock because he is hurt.
They can tell he's hurt. Yeah, he was hit hard.
Yeah, and it's his knee areas where he was hit.
Well, late in the ball game, I'm sure he's also worried about a possible penalty because if you don't have any timeouts, so you just lay on the ground trying to stop the clock. They can call you on that, but they can see that he was legitimately hurt there.
Well, he was also, you could see Coach Glisson from the sidelines. Kind of, I don't know what he was telling him. I can only assume he was saying,
"Get down.
If you're hurt, get down."
Yeah.
And I think the side judge saw that real quick and said, "Hey, let's just stop this clock," because it was a nice hit at knee high, and he's coming out of he obviously got to come out of the game, but nice concentration by Macente Stafford.
First down, ball rests on the 34-yard line. Here come the Tigers. Hardaway rushing to the field from the sideline, waiting on the ball. There's the whistle, and we're ready to go. Crow snaps. Looking, throws across the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver at about the 42-yard line.
All right, and so what you got here is what we talked about earlier, how that it's a slant pass across the middle. He's got several defenders. He is in Montez Crow. Montez is 6'3". He can see over a lot of that, but he's probably on those slant patterns right now, running at about 40% or less on the completion. Now, the ones he's completed have been wonderful. His secondary receiver, Schweitzer, was 4 yards back and was wide open. Sometimes when you get fixed on that primary receiver, you don't want to let your eyes wander. Sometimes you need to.
Man coming from the far side. Fake the handoff. Nice block to free him up. Crow got a man behind him, throws the ball, and it is not a grounding. He was throwing the throwing motion as he was going down. That'll stop the clock. Incomplete pass. Minute 13 left to go. It'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 34-yard line.
You know, and good coverage. You know, they've backed up into kind of a prevent defense, and so it's going to make it that much harder. One of the things that we're trying to do is we're trying to get those 8, 9, 12-yard gains. You know, we might want to consider just a little back drag. When you're rolling one way, you stop, plant, throw it back the other way, where you've got a backside, maybe an H-back that's kind of sitting there waiting. So especially when the pursuit's all coming to you.
Trips to this near side. There's the snap. Crow got some time now. He's flushed out. Looking, airs it out. Got a man, catches it at the 50. Loses the ball.
Jack Schweitzer on it. No, Hardaway's picked it up. Ball's still going.
Let's see who gets it. Tigers look like they have it. It's like they'll stop the clock. Ball resting on the 48-yard line. Troup High School ball.
Yeah.
Woo! Wow.
Man, that ball bounced back and forth. So with 1 minute and 1 minute, 0.1 second, Jack, 21-14, Tigers are behind, but the Tigers are taking over the football at the 49-yard line. So they got 51 yards to go for a touchdown, guys. Anything? He spikes the ball.
Yep, Crow just throws it down.
And the clock's still running. That's wonderful. That's 4, 5, 5.5 seconds ran off the clock. Just saying.
You got to put them back on. You got to put those back on.
No doubt. Now, he's looking at the clock operator. Be 5.5, Coach. Yeah, 5.5. Just you need.
All right, here we go. Let's see what they put back on. 21-14 is your score. Hardaway leading. Tigers looking now at a 2nd down and 10.
Hopefully it's not the Greg Hicks method of addition, because if so, they'd put back, it'd be like 1.5.
You got to put the time back on the clock. It's 52. It's still up there. Got to go at least 58.
Yeah, there was at least 5.5 seconds left as I started counting down. And I'm sure Coach Glisson is arguing the point. He's also arguing a spot. That's good, but
to fix the spot. Now let's fix the time.
They didn't put any time back on the clock, and yet he's still telling them to reset it. But again,
we lost at least 6 seconds off the clock a moment ago.
The only other option, and they really got to run the ball as it snapped, or start the clock as it's ball snap.
There's the snap. Crow will throw the ball across the middle. Complete. Oh, my goodness, I thought he had it.
They did not run the clock, so up top they're keeping – so about 4 seconds run off. They still hadn't run the clock, so we'll see. That's good. They're trying to equalize it out. Maybe they just don't know how to add time back to this clock, so they're keeping it manually till they start the clock.
Let's give them the benefit of the doubt because the officials have done a good job. Hopefully the clock operator is as well.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers, and Schweitzer wish he had that one back. Normally Jack Schweitzer does not drop passes.
3rd and 10. Crow has it. Looking. Throws again across the middle. Same play. Caught.
Macente Stafford. The clock should stop. It's a first down. Thank you. 49.7 seconds. Tigers running up to the football. Get on the line of scrimmage. Reset the clock. Snap it and spike it. All right. The clock is now running. Snap it. Spike it. Boom. It should be offsides by Hardaway. There's no way that kid gets in there like that.
Nope. He jumped offsides, but they're not going to call it.
Yeah. No way he does that.
Second down now. Wow. Folks, we got a good ball game here. We're proud of these Tigers. They're really fighting in this fourth quarter. 21-14, 47 seconds left to go. They're driving the ball. They started from the 20, trying to make their way down the field. And here we go. Think, relax, make it happen, guys. Crow from the shotgun snap. Will take the ball. Got some time. They're going to grab him, and they're going to put him down in the backfield. Ball comes loose.
Good hustle. Good hustle by Brandon Turner.
I think they're going to call us for intentional grounding.
Yeah, it is, but the umpire was just looking. Had we not covered it, that would have been a fumble because he could have gone as a fumble just as much as Montez thought he was throwing the football. But now that they're going to throw the flag, why didn't they go ahead and do that anyway?
Yep.
It's not like, well, I may call it a fumble if Hardaway picks it up, but since the Tigers recovered it, I'm going to call it an unintentional grounding.
46
or intentional grounding.
Ball rests of the 46-yard line. 41 seconds left to go. 21-14 in favor of Hardaway. Tigers got a long way to go. Well, now what's happening here?
I don't know.
Were they going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage?
Well, they could be penalizing the coach for his vulgar language up here.
All right, so whatever it is, it helps the Tigers. Ball now rests on, we'll call it the 38. There's the snap. Crow looking, got a man in his face again. Looking. Throws it. Complete. Back at the 30, they flip him up in the air.
Got a holding penalty on the 48-yard line, so would love to give you excitement and say the Tigers are, be fourth in an inch for a first down, but that play's coming back. They're going to call a holding, and they're going to spot it on the 41-yard line, so it'll be coming back with 31 seconds. Still plenty of time, but that will be still third down, but they'll back him up.
So many things happening here at the end of this ball game.
But, give kudos to the officials. We've been down here when it was so
egregious.
Keystone Cops. Yeah, it was just ridiculous. But they have really come a long way. This particular officiating crew, got to give, with all the chaos going on now, they've actually done a good job.
Yeah. Tigers running back to the line. 31 seconds left to go in this ballgame. 21-14 in favor of Hardaway. They're looking at third down and forever. They got to get almost to the 20 to get a first down. Crow looking, throwing all the way down. They're going for everything down the far corner. We catch the ball! We catch the ball at the 18.
First down inside the 20 to 18. That would be Ken Truitt. Very nice throw all the way across the field by Montez Crow. That is one heck of a throw, Jack. That was one heck of a catch.
Beautiful throw by Crow.
Wow.
Take his time. They did not have the rush on this time.
No.
They blocked well. He had time, and he throws a strike down the field. That stops the clock as he goes out of bounds. 24 seconds left to go. 21-14 in favor of Hardaway. But now the Tigers waiting to get the play in.
The momentum did take him out of bounds, so the clock is stopped on a completed pass. We've got somebody arguing that it should be running, but no, it should not be. 24.8 seconds to go. Tigers inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line.
Fake handoff, throws it to the corner on the left side. Intercepted by Hardaway.
Wow.
Intercepted by Hardaway. They're going to run it back to the 30, and that's going to do it.
Just as much as he did a great job, it's almost like Montez just telegraphed it to him.
Yep.
You had Ken Truitt sitting in the end zone, and he just handed it out there to him. So, not a smart move by Montez. But one good thing we've done with that play is that we've got the cussing coach off the deck.
15 seconds left to go. Hardaway will take over. They'll take a knee and end this ball game 21-14. But got to hand it to the Tigers. I really am impressed with the way they fought back here in the fourth quarter.
You mentioned that earlier, Jack, just a few minutes ago. We're going to see how they respond. And we talked about all the things that happened in the first ball game of the year. We've seen things happen tonight that you don't see happen the first game of the year.
Sure.
These guys are going to be known as the cardiac kids if we're not careful. But you really evaluate this game. The Tigers came back. They looked good in the fourth quarter. They were doing everything they could do to stay on top of it. But Montez, if he had to take it back, it's like, why did I throw that ball? You could always throw it over, get it out of bounds, give you one more. Why did I throw that ball? Because it was almost like it's one of those, don't do it, and then, boom, it's right there. Oh, it's terrible. We could see it. You and I could see it plain as day that it was coming.
Through the binoculars, I saw as he released, as the corner broke on it. Made a great play, but he could see his eyes and that was where Montez was going to go with that ball. They've called a timeout on the field. Got 15 seconds left to go. When they bring it out, more than likely we'll have the Hardaway Hawks snap the ball, take a knee, and that'll end this ball game in just a moment. Man, good fourth quarter for the Tigers. To get within a touchdown, 21-14. They were down 21-7 at the end of the third. Clawed their way, drove the ball all the way down inside the 20. They were in the red zone towards the end. Twice in the red zone in this ball game, unable to come away with points. Just think about how big the end of the first half was when they were unable to put those points on the board, at least get a field goal or something there.
Yes.
And that's going to do it. Hardaway will be 1-0 on the season. The Tigers 0-1.
What a good contest to start the game. I hate it that we're on the losing end of it, but I did like to see some sparks that the Tigers have to come back. When they evaluate this film, they'll see some things that they could have done differently. But give kudos to Hardaway. I told you, if they've been the doormat of Muskogee County for 10 years, we've heard such terrible stories that they were just absolutely no good. I don't know what happened here. They recruited, they did something, they got new athletes, or maybe they just all had a big prayer. Yeah. But they have done something tremendous down here in just one season to really turn it around for what Hardaway. So they've matched their wins from last season and had a home side full of fans.
Yep, in one game.
Yep.
Let's take. We're going to go 4 spots back to the station. 4 spots back to the station, and then we'll bring it back out here. We'll wrap things up from Cadet Stadium. It's past mine and Greg's bedtime right now. But right now you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast. They are a top 100 hospital in 2016, and they're working every day to earn your family's trust. Stay connected and be a part of West Georgia's new thing, Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. They're glad to be here and glad to be a part of this community. Thank you again for you listening to tonight's broadcast, as we are happy to bring it to you. Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center. It's here. Yes, it's really here. Dippin' Dots ice cream at Holmes Pharmacy. So when you ask yourself, how do I cool off from this heat? It's Dippin' Dots at Holmes Pharmacy. Try birthday cake, rainbow, chocolate, cookie and cream, cotton candy, red berry, cookie dough, and everybody's favorite banana split. So grab the kids for Dippin' Dots ice cream at Holmes Pharmacy. And while you're there, check out the positive messages on T-shirts and drink cups from Cherish Girl. It's what your young lady should be wearing. All this and more at Holmes Pharmacy in Hamilton and Commerce Avenue in LaGrange.
Due to the recent flooding in Louisiana, thousands have been displaced and forced out of their homes. In an effort to minister to these families, Troup and Heard County Public Safety, churches, and businesses are partnering to immediately send relief supplies to the flood-ravaged victims. Basic items that are needed are toiletries, blankets, towels, ice chest, hygiene products, water, pillows, non-perishable food, diapers, wipes, trash bags, tarps, formula, work gloves, paper towels. Drop-off locations are Troup County Sheriff's Office and Heard County Sheriff's Office. For more information, please contact Brandon Brooks at 706-302-7638. The shipment will leave this Monday night, August 22nd, from each drop-off location. Thank you in advance for your contribution to the thousands in desperate need. Again, the drop-off locations are Troup County Sheriff's Office and the Heard County Sheriff's Office.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
21-14 is your final score in favor of the Hardaway Hawks as they defeat the Troup High School Tigers tonight in the ball game that the Tigers played 3 quarters of. And really the third quarter, Greg, I think that was really our Achilles heel tonight.
Well, you're right. It was all Hardaway in the third quarter, 12 minutes.
Two touchdowns for them in the third quarter.
That's right. Well, that's kind of the way we ended we started the third quarter, I guess, with a fumble in the end zone. And then they come back a few plays later and got a little swing pass out to the outside with the corner. I mean, the halfback had got behind our corners. Good play, good little scissors route. It totally threw us off guard. It was up 21-7. But in the third quarter, we had the ball, maybe a minute and a half?
If that.
Yeah.
If that.
Now, fourth quarter, again, different. You question. Now, we want to see what the Tigers are made of. Let's see what they can do. And I think we showed that we were made of salt. We came back. We were doing some things. And like I was talking to coaches just then, and Coach Smith said, hey, it wasn't necessarily that one play. It was kind of all the things that we did and didn't do tonight.
Right.
But I just, speaking for Montez, I said, yeah, I know, but Montez has got to be sick because he knows as soon as he let that ball go,
here comes the corner,
that he shouldn't have thrown it.
Oh.
That if anything, if he's learned anything, it's like if I know my down and distance, I know I've got one more play, I know I've got no more timeouts, and rather than the risk of
sail it,
let it go, throw it to LaGrange and back, But he'll learn, and again, it's these tough losses that resonate longer with you through the week,
Well, you're right, but here's the thing that I take away. The team that we saw last year, after a third quarter as they played, where 2 touchdowns were put on by mistakes that we made, the ball game would have been over in the third quarter.
Right.
I don't think we would have had a fourth quarter. Probably they would have put 2 more touchdowns on us in the fourth quarter.
I got you.
What I saw tonight was a group of guys that got together. They rallied around each other. Their protection of Montez Crow got better in the backfield.
Yes.
They began to open up their routes. The defense really did a good job of stretching out that wing tee. The sweeps weren't happening. They stopped the inside trap, and they played a much better defensive fourth quarter. Stopping no score at all for Hardaway in the fourth quarter, but they just weren't able to. Again, right there inside the 20, had the opportunity. At the end of the first half, inside the 20, had the opportunity, but in both cases we come away short. It happened at Harris County, happened here. That's something that the coach is going to work on. I think the protection of Crow, we can't let those outside linebackers just stunt inside and come in uninterrupted and hit him the way that they've hit him tonight.
No, totally agree. And again, they'll have time they'll be coming in on Saturdays and evaluating the film. So, one of the things that all the players will do, something that we did in high school. So even with the advent of huddle, you still want to get together and as a group talk about the ebb and flow of the game, and they'll take back and they'll hit the practice trail. We'll be home next week with Kendrick, first home game of the season, an opportunity to get on our feet and get a win. They'll look back and evaluate. Hey, like I just told the coaches, I don't know where this team's been the last 10 years, but tonight they look good. We're rebuilding, they're rebuilding. Give us I still argue that we had 0.2 seconds left at the halftime. We'd have one more play.
Well, also let's go back to the time running off the clock there.
Yeah, exactly. So, we could argue that the cows come home. Bottom line is we lost the football game, but take away some positives. When it came time to get up on our feet, we did it. We didn't really do anything offensively in the third quarter because we didn't have the ball. So, give credit to Hardaway for maintaining ball control. And when we did have it, we're inside the 2-yard line and we're trying to go route. And again, when it works, everybody loves you. But 30% of the time,
it's not going to happen.
Well, 70% of the time, it's not going to happen. 30% of the time, we're going to love you. So you have to be real careful as to when you call that. So, but you know what? We love it. It worked good when it worked tonight. So we'll take that away. I think some of the fans just love the fact that we marched down the field. Now we've got to start doing that consistently next week, and not only just passing the ball, but you got to have a good running mix.
Yep. Very pleased again that the Tigers played this fourth quarter hard. They did not give up. I think Coach Glisson can take a lot of that back, and the coaches will be able to reflect on that with the players and really kind of build them up as they look to take on Kendrick next week. Hopefully come away with a win at home. We do appreciate you listening to us tonight. That's going to do it for us live here from Connect Stadium. We'll be back home next week as we take on Kendrick. We'll have a 7 o'clock pregame, and then at 7:30 we'll be on live with the Troup High School Tigers taking on Kendrick. For Thomas, for Greg, for our folks back at the station, we do appreciate everybody and their hard work tonight. 21-7 is your final in favor of the Hardaway Hawks. We appreciate you joining us tonight, and we'll see you next week on the radio.
to Troup Tigers football on